welcome, everybody, back for the season finale of Here on the Waste, season number 2. We want to thank you so much for anybody who's taking some time out of their Friday night to hang out with us tonight. My name is Scott, aka Shogi. I am your chief architect, the writer, creator, and producer of this game called Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG. We have our amazing group here in full. We have Mr. Ryan, Ran118. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Ready for a finale of epic proportions.
Epic proportions. This is going to be like Godzilla-like.
There you go.
We have Mike. How you doing today, good sir?
Glad to be back and hoping not to die.
Well, sounds like a plan. We got Shane O'Mac, my brother from another mother. How you doing, good sir, tonight? Is the doc
doing well? Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy
Yes.
Friday.
Yep.
Dude,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
you better hope you survive tonight.
Well, it's happy now.
It's it might not be that's been like 5 minutes. And we have our honored guest who's not really been a guest. He's like the backbone of Horizons Unknown here on the Waste. We have Mr. Burgher _TV tonight. How you doing, good sir?
I just killed the biggest bug that's ever fucking flown in my house. I'm doing good.
That's like a good omen. It's a good omen.
Great night.
That
It's a
thing was
good
fucking
start,
huge.
dude. Nice. Well
Yeah. All right.
So how much experience is that worth?
done. For everybody who's going to be hanging out with us, who's been hanging out with us from the beginning, you know, Burgher, aka Otis Dirtbanger. Tonight is his last night here on the stream, on the sessions here. We are going to lose him. Heartbreaking, but we know Burgers has real life things he needs to take care of, and those are the most important things here. But
Yes.
we're still going to miss Otis Dirtbanger.
Yes.
But he's
we
gonna
will.
go. He is gonna go out in a blaze of glory. I mean, I meant to say he's really gonna do things in a blaze of glory.
There we go.
A lot of explosions. We're hoping. As you guys know, this is our weekly Friday sessions that happen every 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every time here on Friday. This again is going to be the season finale of season number 2. We'll probably be back in about a month and a half here. Once obviously it gives me time to like decompress. I have things I have to do as well as these other guys, and start to build more scenarios and new storylines for these interesting folks here. But
Interesting folks. That's us.
well, Voldo, Rev, and Doc and Otis are some interesting folks, dude.
Totally normal people with normal names.
Absolutely. We have one guy who's wrapped up in leather straps. We have another guy who wears a hat and puts shields on himself all the time and tries to like flirt with young ladies. We have another Otis guy who's been losing his marbles for like forever, been talking to people, been getting really angry at his uncle / stepfather, and he can't remember if it's his uncle
He can't even
or
tell
his
you.
stepfather.
I can't even tell you.
It's so convoluted. And we have Rev118, who essentially can see visions and has been trying for so long to protect children and save and fulfill the dying wishes of somebody he didn't really care about in the first place. Dude. But he's like, I'm going to mother. I make you believe.
Well, at least all the children I save always end up dying anyway. So
Exactly. Jonas.
That's part of his plan secretly.
Yeah.
But he can deflect the blame,
It's always
so
somebody
his
else.
conscience is clear.
Exactly. Well, we're just good. We have a packed night here. We're just gonna roll out the red carpet and just get into this. Last session. Oh, sorry, because this is what Burgher likes. Tonight's episode is called "Bound to This Path, Bound to the End." This is our session tonight. When last we left our group, Voldo was doing his best to try to gather up and rally around the remaining residents of Bighorn, as they were under essentially a missile attack from a unknown foe. As he decided to go back into the town, he was able to pull a few people together who were still wandering the streets trying to get to a safe place as the horns and the alarms were going off, and take them down to an underground bunker where Rev had been hiding some of the children and some of the older folks that he had saved from the quarries themselves. Kara tells you that it's their most secure and secretive place. It's where she uses this bunker kind of as a place to store away things that don't want to be found, but can also protect in case of major attacks. It is calarium and titanium reinforced, so it can pretty much withstand just about anything. Voldo, you decide, instead of staying in the Devil Jet, that you would go out and see who you could make sure and save and protect and get them down at the last second, if need be, into the bunkers. Rev, Otis, and Doc were in the remaining Devil Jet, spinning wildly out of control as the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missile blasts just erupt, sending you careening and spinning out of control into the wasteland skies. Flipping end over end, Rev steels himself together, and with essentially brute cybernetic strength, is able to correct, maintain, and put back right the spinning Devil Jet. Otis, Rev, and Doc roll well-being.
Is that what used to be Constitution?
Used to be Constitution.
Okay.
20.
Oh. 7.
Doc,
8.
Doc and Rev take 6 points of vitality damage as you were essentially just puking, just completely upended, completely sick. Interesting enough, the cast iron stomach of Otis Dirtbanger, who can drink wasteland fuel without a care in the world, doesn't seem to be affected by this, though he kind of didn't really do anything. As
It was the jerky.
As this, oh well, I wasn't aware that you ate jerky at that point.
No, I'm just saying that's what built the resilience.
That's there you go. Perfect sense. We're gonna put that on a shirt. Otis jerky restores well-being. I don't know.
Protects against motion sickness.
Yeah, when you really need to roll well-being, you want Otis jerky on your side.
Yeah. Here you go. Wasteland jerky.
As that happens, Rev, the Doc, and Otis, as you see the aftermath of the final explosion from the barrage of incoming missiles that have detonated upon which once was the sleepy town of Bighorn, it takes many minutes before the heavy, thick smoke and debris that's been kicked up into the air, obscuring your view of the carnage. You see large cavernous holes that have now been created. As most of the buildings have been destroyed and buried beneath the rubble, you see directly into Earth itself. An earthly tomb can be used to describe what you now see. There doesn't seem to be any trace of the town, only scorched earth and remnants of what was mere minutes ago. Smoldering flames all around, billowing black smoke into the air itself. You can barely see through this darkened veil. What you do see as some of the winds start to come through and blow some of the smoke away You can see the top of a steel bunker buried beneath a bit below the rubble, and Voldo standing just outside of it above a structure, almost like a ghost within a almost like a ghost within the burning, broken building that once was. And he's out there sitting, waving towards you. The 12 missile barrage that was sent from the horizons was an attack that was meant to decimate Bighorn itself, and probably most definitely with you all with it. They set out what they meant to do, with the latter being the exception. There's nothing left of Bighorn, though. You see the burning sign of Whiskey Pete's that now lays about 200 feet away from where the building once stood, broken into pieces. A large mass seems to be now forming on the horizons from where the attack came from. It's moving quickly. It's moving fast. And quickly, as you guys are merely stunned by what you've just witnessed and what has just transpired, you see this mass form larger and larger before it's just right outside on the other side of Ground Zero. You notice it's a battalion of armored land freighters on the ground, as well as growlers. You see motor tracks being pulled with hovering sleds carrying mounted ion cannons behind it. And then in the skies, you see a large battalion of about 10 or so double jets merely standing on the other side of Ground Zero itself. You get an incoming message. Do you accept it, Rev?
Oh, it's to me personally, or
It's
the
coming
jet,
in
or
directly to the jet itself.
the jet? Okay. Yeah, I guess I got to answer it. Sure.
Otis, roll a d20 for me.
15.
You immediately know who's on the other end.
Gotcha.
You can feel it in your bones before he even accepts the call. You've seen these devil jets before. You've seen these motor traxes. You've seen these growlers. You've seen these armored freighters. They have the yellow and purple signia of Rufus Titanimus all over it.
I'm just gonna kind of brace myself, I guess. If I see it coming like that, it's obvious. I know something's up.
Yeah. The communication link is accepted and opens. And you hear, "You still alive in there, boy?"
Yeah.
Well, I'm just sick and tired of you being a pest. And I really...
So why don't you come out and play?
Is that what you want?
Yeah. I don't know. Not...
He goes, "Why don't you just die? Make it easy for your friends. Are they still in there with you?"
Ew.
This isn't their problem.
I heard somebody say "hey-yo" in the back. You turn around and you look at Doc, who's just kind of like he's still
Just
he's like holding his stomach, just going "hey-yo."
Rev says nothing. He's trying to trace this call back to its source while they're having this conversation.
Okay. Go ahead and roll hacking.
Okay. Can I roll engineering? Or do I have to roll hacking? I rolled a 6.
You get a sense that it is coming from in front of you.
Okay. Super useful.
And you hear him get back on. He just goes, "How dare you slow down the production? How dare you slow down the chain? A chain bound in blood. Bound in
How dare you
honor.
steal the North?
It's not yours. It is mine. It was taken in strength. And what have you done? Simply hide behind your friends like a pest. Is
Chuckles.
that it? You got a
If
case
you want
of,
me dead, come and get me.
got a case of chuckle mouth?
Yeah.
But never fret, boy. The chain is already up and running again. Production's been restored.
Shooting eyes at Rev. That means the kids.
And I'm to assume that you were able to find out what our little secret is. We'll be able to trace back your hack job. Pretty shitty hack job, but a hack job. Nonetheless, well done. And just be aware that we've already made one. And 2 more are already in current production. I can't wait for you to see it. But unfortunately, none of you will. Since you'll be dead before that. It ends today, boy.
For you.
And with that, he disconnects. Rev,
Yeah.
you can hear as they're having this conversation during that in the distance from obviously the battalion of devil jets that are out there in this armada that's kind of like moving forward, that you can hear a loudspeaker that was kind of being drowned out and muffled over this talk, and you can hear, "To anyone who's still alive, do not resist, do not run." This you can hear this 100%, Voldo. "You have harbored wanted fugitives, and the scorching of your town is just a taste of the alliance between Lord Titanimus and the Bandit King. Come out and give up now." And you can kind of hear that, and your expanded hearing allows you to kind of hear that. And then
Can I tell how
everybody
far
can-
away?
It's coming from that group that is just on the borders there, that are now kind of like moving slowly forward. They're creeping.
About how far away are they?
250 feet or so.
Okay.
Can they see us through all the smoke?
They
Our
can.
ship? They can?
Yeah. The wind is whipping around enough that it starts to create windows of opening there.
All right.
Can I communicate with the other 3 right now?
I'm too sure you
You
can.
want-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
through
okay,
your
so I heard.
sidekick.
Okay, yeah, so I heard everything that happened. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you guys do anything based on the situation?
Well, that was the guy we're trying to get.
Yeah, and he's got an army on our doorstep. I have no idea what we should. I don't know what to do against an army this size. We can't do anything.
And I'm on the ground alone with a bunch of civilians.
We kill him, we could sever the tie between him and the Bandit King.
Do you think he's there? I don't think he's. Is he the kind of guy that'll be on the front lines with this army?
He seems to be.
He's addicted to himself. He thinks he's the best. I guarantee you he's trying to take down the whole western part of the continent.
You think he's in that armada right there?
I would say yes.
He told me I'm going to die today, and I can guarantee you he wants to kill me.
Hey, if you get in contact with him again, try and challenge him to a 1v1 just to see if you can get any info like that. Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
What is he making?
Battle cruisers.
Yeah,
Or,
big
yeah,
giant
that was it, yeah.
space cruiser things or flying
Essentially flying fortresses.
fortresses. Yeah.
How many people can that ship hold?
Which one?
The Devil Wing?
The Rev Jet or the R Jet or
Yeah, the
whatever.
Devil Wing that we
The
have.
Devil Wing.
Well, you maxed out at 20, and most of that was because you had just children.
How many people are in it right now?
Just those 3 guys. That's it.
Yeah, just us
Okay.
3.
How many civilians do I have with me?
You probably have about 50.
Okay. Okay. I mean, talking to you guys, best bet would be, since they're kind of far away, to hightail it and try and at least, head in the opposite direction, pick me up for one, and at least grab maybe the children. Obviously, we might have to leave some people behind, or we could make a stand with them. That seems to be our only options at this point, but that's just mine.
Yeah, we don't have the firepower. I mean,
Yeah.
against a group like this, unless your dragon's breath can destroy an armada this size. I don't know.
I got nothing that can do that.
I look at the dragon's breath as just wiping everything out. I've never gotten to see it happen.
Yeah, well, I
There's
think
other things I've seen.
yeah, I actually in agreement with Voldo here. Our options are either we try to run and draw them away, or we use our biggest, baddest boom, which is probably the dragon's breath, and try to, I don't know, set their entire marmota on fire.
But you're gonna want to know where Rufus is, because you're specifically gonna want to, he's gonna be the main target on that one.
That's always been my intention.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
this army comprised of? Are they all like, what are they? Are they alien? Are they robots? Are they?
Yeah, they're just a large group of everybody, a smorgasbord of anybody who is subservient to Rufus Titanimus.
Can I try to hack where the call came from through my terminal thing?
The call's already coming past.
It's already on, and I can't follow. Okay.
Besides, the call itself was directly to the Devil Jet.
The R jet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
I'm going to say, Otis, it's your call. This is your dad, your uncle, your step, whatever. If you think we could take a stand here,
Your stepdad, your stepmom.
Cannon.
we got the dragon's breath, or we could try to lead them away to try to get better ground for a confrontation, because we are outgunned and outnumbered right here.
If you get them on the ground too, you'll probably have a better chance of getting more people with the dragon's breath. Since they're all in the air right now, it seems like it'll be a harder.
Well, most of them are on the ground, right? It was only a small group of devil jets in the air.
I got money saying Rufus is in the air.
Most of this battalion is ground forces. You probably, I think, they say like about 12 or so are a battalion of devil jets and such.
Oh, okay.
But most of this, it's probably from what you get. Everybody roll awareness. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
You can get an idea of what you're looking at here.
13.
Jeez.
17.
Okay.
12.
Doc?
5.
To Doc, everything just looks like just a black speck of just block. To him, it's just like, that's one big black splotch. Seems like a lot of them. Voldo, you have a better look. Again, it's about 12 or so devil jets, and they're heavily armored. They're the devil jets they're obviously that were fitted for assaults.
Are there any that look any different?
No, they are all
Okay.
Uniformed.
Okay.
In this kind of like purple and gold kind of like splattered glaze on it, which is the colors of Rufus Titanimus himself. Very egotistical royal colors.
Of course.
And it's about maybe, you almost think 100, 125 ground troops that are probably filled. These growlers, these freighters, these motor traxes, hover bikes, and even some that are just now getting out of the freighters themselves, these transports, and are just straight ground troops.
Okay, well, we do have some grenades left, right?
17.
17. There's a possibility that as you guys are flying in the direction to me, you could possibly just kind of do an airdrop of grenades on top of, the ground forces. See if that does any damage.
I think the dragon's breath is.
I mean, once again, yeah. I mean, I was just, the dragon's
so-
breath might want to be saved for the air.
I'm gonna glance over to the dragon's breath, look to them, look to the dragon's breath. I'm gonna look to Rev. I'm like, I really wanted this for Rufus, but if this is gonna make us have a better, easier day, we could drop this right now on them, and I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know what it does.
We're about to find out.
If we can put a dent in their
What?
ground forces, I feel like we have a much better shot at surviving whatever is about to happen.
Plus, I got a cave here that's basically indestructible that we can hold up in, and at least put like a last stand.
Go ahead, Doc. What were you gonna say?
What is are these soldiers? Is everyone? Are they slaves? Are they loyal
No,
out of fear, or are they
they're
loyal
mercenaries.
politically?
They're mercenaries, and you don't know.
Mm.
Can I talk to them and try and get them to join us against these people?
You can make an attempt. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
You have to pay him more than Rufus is.
Ooh, we'll find out.
15.
They merely just go, this guy. He goes, one of them yells out, "You're an assassin, correct?"
Yeah.
Then you know when you're outmanned and outnumbered. So
Okay,
we'll
in
give
that
you an
case-
option to run along.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to use what's the one? Temporal Rift. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to temporal rift directly behind him with a blade to his neck.
I'll let you go ahead and try. Go ahead and roll it.
Alrighty. What am I rolling? A 620?
5 or D6 to see if you actually do it.
6? Holy crap, 6.
Awesome. So
Nice.
you temporal rift. You take your scythe and you slash a hole in space and time again, and you jump in, and you teleport 40 feet, about 150 feet away from where I told you the guys were at. So you just disappear and you pop out just a little bit closer.
Thought they were a lot closer than that. Oh, I was talking about the people that were behind me, the ones I was working with. Oh, I misunderstood.
Where were you going to try to temporal rift them to?
Well, no, I was trying to convince the people that are behind me that I'm just have saved to join us in the fight. I thought those were
I
the
thought you were
mercenaries.
talking about the mercenaries.
Okay, yeah. I thought the mercenaries were the ones that were in the. Okay. Well,
If that's the case, they're kind of they're all looking at you, just going, like they're looking around, like we have no weapons, like what exactly do you want us to do? By the way, take a look at the large army. But Jonah gives you the look, like
Yeah, he's like the one with a gun. Only one with a little kid with a gun.
interesting
Kid
enough.
army.
Interesting enough, if it does make Burgher happy, he still held on to that one single grenade that he never let go.
Nice. That's a wow.
You don't know where he stored that at, though. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
He just had it in his pocket. Rev,
Yeah.
roll awareness.
Okay. 13.
Doc, roll awareness.
Uh, Ten.
Otis, roll awareness.
2.
Rev, I will allow you to make a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what you want to do. As you're surveying below, the alarms go off. 5 double jets come out of Mirage from behind you.
is in addition to the 12 or whatever that
In
we saw
addition to
before.
the 12 in front of you. They were completely cloaked.
Okay. I can make a reaction. Well, I'm going to look at Otis, and the last thing he said was, I wanted to use the dragon's breath for something else, but I guess this will have to do. And I'm going to immediately gun the jet straight at the ground forces to try to put us in a position where we could throw the dragon's breath on the over the ground forces. Because if we're surrounded, I want to take somebody out with us.
Sure. So are you giving instructions to?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
say,
Okay.
the computer's still flying.
Sure.
Comply this thing, right? I'm gonna say, computer, beeline it for those ground forces for a bombing run.
Okay. You're giving instructions to the computer. Fine.
Yes.
You're giving instructions to Otis as well to do something.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell the computer to do that, and I say, Otis, it's now or never if you want to use that dragon's breath.
I'm gonna rush over. I have to carry it like this, or is
Yeah,
it like
it's quite large.
it's big?
It's the equivalent of a just extremely large. It probably, in order to handle it, you know what? Does anybody have engineering here? That's not Rev at this point.
Oh, I do.
Because Rev's
I do.
already doing something. Go ahead and roll engineering.
Golly. 5 plus 3, I guess, is 8. Unbelievable.
Roll a d20, Otis. You have had this a while. You've probably looked at it and petted it.
15.
15. You're aware that this is a two-man job.
Doc. I'm calling him over as I'm trying to pick up the canister. We got to get this out of here.
All right. I'm going to rush over, and he's talking about the dragon's breath, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So essentially, the dragon's breath is the equivalent of a very, very big rocket launcher that has a dragon mouth that's on the front, and it has two essentially like pods that pop out that are like handles that one guy in the front has to hold in order to maintain, and the guy in the back is the one who actually ignites it and fires it. And two people with the blast force that this is probably going to exert are going to be able to need to maintain it so they can. It's a nuclear flamethrower is the best way to look at it that way.
Hell yeah.
We're shooting this at who?
The ground
Everybody.
forces. I told the computer to make a strafing run to try to take out the ground forces. Is what I told it to do.
It's a big bada boom.
So we basically want to ship spewing flame out the sides of it at the ground forces.
All right. Time is of the essence, I would imagine.
Time is of the essence. I'm allowing you to do this because of Rev's roll. You can thank Rev. He beat me by 1.
This was the plan. Let's see
This
what
is the
happens.
plan. Oh, the time.
All right. I'm going to run over and help him with it.
You got the
Good.
front or the back?
Whatever demands the most strength, because I got power. I'm
front.
pretty strong.
Okay.
Front.
You're gonna roll power when the time comes, so be prepared. Rev,
Yeah.
do you engage this?
I look at Otis and I say, "Are you ready?"
I'm gonna do that meme that zooms in on the guy with the beard and goes,
Rev's gonna go, computer, engage.
Everybody, just roll a quick d20 here for me.
Okay.
Oh, serious.
Just pure awareness.
15.
13,
Oh, it's awareness. All right, 5.
5,
15.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Doc, you have the wherewithal to make sure that the door is open before you decide to do this.
Good call. Good call.
Thank you.
Immediately, Voldo, you see the R-Jet. Is that what it was called? No, it's not called the R-Jet because
No,
this
this
is the
is
one
the
that was stolen.
Kamikaze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the K-Jet, the Kamikaze Jet, just make a beeline directly past you and towards the group, and you know that whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna try to make a dent in this force.
We're all in.
going down.
You saw the uncloaked extra devil jets that came up behind him, and you thought to yourself, "We're horribly outnumbered at this point." You're hoping they're going to do something.
I'm gonna run the opposite direction.
Sure. Are you gonna
Just
like?
to
Are you
make
gonna,
sure
are you gonna tell the other people to like go that way?
I'm telling everybody to get in the bunker.
Get back in the bunker.
Oh boy.
With that, you guys are able to get the element of surprise, and you take off before the uncloaked devil jets behind you are able to do anything, and you do make a beeline towards it. You open up the door. Rev, exactly explain to us, how is this strafing run going? Is it kind of like straight at it, which would lead you right into the other group of devil jets?
How are the ground forces situated? Are they like in a long horizontal line? Or are they like a convoy?
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay,
much
so
a
horizontal-
large the main group is like obviously in the middle, and they're kind of spread
Okay.
out, almost kind of flanking a little bit out.
Okay. Then the way I would like to approach this is kind of curve around so that we're coming from behind broadside, so that they are shooting the flame from the backside, strafing along the back of their horizontal line,
Sure, not a problem.
using my strategery.
Everybody that is in the jet,
Yeah.
roll a d20.
God, 15. I'm
Good.
getting full rolls.
Oh my God,
Doc?
3.
17.
The two guys that needed to get it done.
We're dealing with
unload.
fire.
Praise
Unfortunately,
RNG this.
you're not getting the sweeping arc that you were hoping for, Rev. It's a little bit like you kind of go at it and it starts to kind of get a little jagged, and then you're like, wait, maybe I should really. So you miss.
I'm
you
like,
miss,
no, computer, go this way. No, that way.
The computer's just going correcting. Actually, no, the computer's going compliance. If anyone out there, Flight of the Navigator.
Oh yeah, Flight of the Navigator. Yeah. While listening to Beach Boys while we do this.
Absolutely. You ignite this, Otis, and the pure.
But not before I scream Dracarys as loud as I can. Dracarys! And I don't even know why I say it.
I don't even know what this word is.
Just overcame you.
It just seems right.
Someday.
You push the button, you hold on, and it immediately ignites.
It kicks on.
It kicks on.
Are
Doc?
you gonna let me roll dice?
Duck, roll power, because you're holding this. He's like your pivot point, your mount to stay alive here.
14.
And it kicks like a mule, even though nobody knows what that is in this world.
Well, I have power too, so
Yeah. So that's 17.
I had 3. 17,
17.
yeah.
Okay.
The doc takes the blunt of the blow and just holds it steady. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Who?
Otis.
Oh.
18.
You,
Oh man.
in your dreams, you tell me how you see this.
The how I see.
The ignited carnage that you just laid waste to. Dracarys.
Unleashed.
I imagine it's just like, because we've always talked about it being like a nuclear bomb, but it's not a nuclear bomb, obviously.
No, it's
I imagine
nuclear fused
the-
flamethrower.
I imagine the flames are just fucking gigantic, just engorging everything and
It comes out.
destroying. Yeah.
It comes out white and blue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinge of
That was-
yellow, maybe. I don't know, but
and it just starts to lay waste to everything that is in front of it. It melts and rips through everything, and it's like you're holding a dragon and you're riding a dragon. Okay.
I have a giant smile.
Drogon.
Giant smile.
This is your Drogon moment.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just like, and the doc is just muscling this thing and moving it as you just kind of pivot. And it just
And Otis is laughing maniacally while it's happening.
it starts just lay waste to this army that's in front of you. It doesn't, and as you make the pass, and you kind of come back, you probably lay waste about 75% of that group that was on the ground there in front of you. What you see is just burning flames of blue flames and ember of what used to be standing people are now just melted black carcasses. It's nothing. It's beyond scorched earth. It's just like instant melt done.
Nice.
I can
Just for
see
the
why you
record.
were so excited about your dragon's breath.
Oh,
Yeah.
just for the record, it's 5d10 plus 10 burn damage and concussion and corrosive. This is the craziest thing that was on the list.
If you can, go ahead, because there's some that didn't get the full blunt like the other ones did. Go ahead and now roll that damage for the other ones that you were able to get.
I am so happy I get to roll damage. For that.
Roll damage for dragon's breath.
That was just that you hit with the full concussive blast. They are just toast. But the
Yeah.
other ones that got
Residual.
Thank you very much, Professor Rand.
I have it. I need a calculator here.
Do the
Calculator for
calculations.
damage. $1 million damage.
So 34 damage
Okay.
plus 10 burn damage,
Oh wow.
concussion, and corrosive.
That's some hot stuff.
Yeah. So not we got 75% of the forces, and then we followed up some others.
Probably at the end of everything, of the ground forces, you probably wiped out about 92%.
Nice.
How much?
92% of
Okay.
straight ground forces that essentially just burned to death. That's what the other ones just, they didn't feel a thing. It was just done. The other
they
ones
were
are
they
just
were
like-
Gollum in the fires of Mount Doom,
Yeah.
just immediate melting.
The other ones were just blue flame burned over a minute or so of just pure utter death
Agony.
as they become
So
charcoal.
the people who were down there who were still alive, how do they react to that?
They are absolutely in horror of what they
Okay,
just
that's
seen.
what I thought.
I'm of sound body and mind.
Okay.
Doc, you see this. You've never seen such devastation ever before.
No, I'm totally blown away. Totally blown
I'm
away.
not. I am like, yeah.
I just
So-
kind of look at Otis like, well, like, did you know this was gonna happen? Like, is this what is this? What did you do?
This is beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so can I make another statement to the rest of the 8% living?
Sure.
Now can I ask them? I just want to turn
Now
to
you're
them
asking
and be
them, not the people you're with.
yeah. Now the mercenaries. Now I'm gonna turn to them. Pretend like I was talking to them earlier. I'm gonna ask them. All right, guys, how about now? You feel like joining our side this time?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Alrighty.
It's relatively hard for them to hear over the
20.
screaming of the burning flesh people. 20?
20. Today's like the one good roll day I've had ever.
You notice that after seeing that, Voldo, especially because you had a good bird's eye view, and then obviously the guy's double jet kind of like swoops over your head. You notice that as you kind of yell this out, some of them actually just like look and just like drop their weapons.
Yeah.
They're just like, and they actually start to turn and run.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Rev,
Yes.
roll awareness, please.
Oh, great. Ooh, 17 plus 3, 20.
20. As you make your pass and you come back around,
Uh-huh.
you see those 4 extra jets that are in front of you, and you
Mhm.
notice below them uncloaking
God.
a ground force that has been coming from behind you.
If they're cloaking, are their vehicles cloaked, or is these
Yes.
like ground troops?
These are ground, like the same group that you just wiped out. These
Uh-huh.
were all miraged,
Okay.
coming up from behind you.
Okay.
Not as many as the ground force that was in front,
Mhm.
but you probably looked at maybe another 75 or so ground vehicles that are making its way forward, and 4 more devil jets.
4 more devil
Uncloak.
jets.
This one, initially, you see the red and gold striping on this one. Otis immediately knows that this is the colors of the broken.
I'm gonna yell out, Otis, we got more company. Did you use up all that
Sandormo is
dragon's
here.
breath?
What was that show?
I'm just sorry. I didn't mean to say that over Rev. I was just merely saying Sandormo is here.
Oh,
Are there any of the people who on the ground who didn't run away?
As far as you know, you don't know.
I don't know.
You're not close enough, and
Yeah.
all you really kind of see is just flames and such.
Is there any way I can try to start grabbing some weapons?
Sure, you have to make a hard run. It's going to take you a few turns. You only have 40 feet of movement.
Okay, and it's about what 100.
100 or so
50.
feet. Yeah, about 150
But I
feet
did
away.
transport 50 feet closer to him,
That
or
is-
40 feet.
Well, did you?
Well, see, I'm
'Cause then
just
you said
counting
you
me
s-
as
you s-
messing up.
Yeah, you said you did go back and you're trying to get back into the thing. So if
Yeah,
you,
okay,
if you
that's
want
true.
To, if you want to, we'll just say that you never did transport before. So
Okay.
you keep your exhaust, and if
Okay.
you wanted to, you have to make a run for it.
Okay. So, and it's about 150 feet away, you said?
It's about 150 feet. So for you, that's a minimum of 3.5 turns
Okay.
because you only have 40 feet.
and how far
unless
away-
you chain things together.
I'm
You
going to chain
a
things.
run and a temporal, chain a run and a temporal.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And how far away is the next armada?
The group is still in the air. It's about 150
Okay.
feet. They're right above it. There's
Okay.
probably at this point maybe 20 or so of ground troops that were just troops that were outside of their vehicles. Most of the vehicles are completely decimated that were coming from Rufus Titanimus' side.
Okay. Yeah, screw it. So I'm going to do my 40-foot run, because I can. And then I'm going to go for another temporal rift to see if I could get another 40 feet on that.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
With that, Rev, Doc, and Otis, tell me what you guys want to do.
What is the orientation of this new force? You said they're behind us. We had just kind of made a loop around the other forces. What
So
does that
where you
mean
were-
in position?
Where you were before you did this run
Uh-huh.
we're back.
would have been behind you when you were stationary initially. So
Behind us there.
the
Okay.
4 uncloaked behind you, and the group was coming from below. Cloaked.
Okay. Okay. So we are, probably another 100 feet from them now after our
Probably,
strafing
yeah,
run?
coming back
Okay.
towards them.
How do we view the ground troops? Is it like a hologram in front of us, or do we have like a clear shot? Like, can I point out specific units to Rev easy for us to see?
Rev or the Doc would probably be able to see that at the distance that you're looking at. But then you can always use the computers.
If you guys could cover me while I'm trying to grab weapons, that would be cool.
They can't do that.
They can't do
No,
that?
they can't,
Okay.
no, because they're coming
We're
back
in the
around
middle
and
of
you're
craziness.
going the other way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I rolled a 4 on the temporal rift, by the way.
Temporal Rift does not go off for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I got 40 feet
But you
ahead.
did get 40 feet that run.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to shout to Otis, you got any juice left in that thing?
It's empty, right? It's done.
Make a roll.
While they're kind of doing this off to the side discreetly, I'm going to get on my data link, and I'm actually going to reach out to Terry, and I'm going to send her a message.
All right, go ahead.
Basically saying, look, you know what's happening. Are you going to let us die? What can, you know?
Are you trying to open up a communication?
Yeah,
with her?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So what do I got to roll something?
The connection opens.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so...
Hold on one second. You're so excited at what you just saw. You're just thinking, yeah, of course I used all of it.
Yeah, it's gone.
I don't know. I don't know. You gotta talk.
Actually, Scott, I'm just doing it like I don't want the guys to know I'm talking to her, so I'm just kind of typing it in a little.
Okay.
I don't really want to talk to her.
You tell me
so
what
I'm
the
just sending her
message
the
is.
message.
Tell me what the message
What's
is.
that?
Tell me what the message is.
The message is basically you see that we're about to die. Unless you have other options, you know, you need to step in here and help us out. If you know, basically, I don't want to get heavy with her, but we're doomed
you're getting
at this
emo
point.
with her. You're getting real.
A little bit, yeah. I'm like
Aaron,
brushing that hair off to the
just
side. I got hair in one eye like this. I'm just like, I'm really hurt right now, Tyrion.
Rev.
Yes.
An incoming communication.
Surrounded on all sides, and I'm getting calls here. I'm going to open and say, "Who is this? What do you want? Kind of busy."
It's Rufus. Well done. Well done. You hear in the back just like
Slow clap.
straight slow clap. Because I didn't think you had it in you, boy. But as I'm to assume you see, I got Sandormo on our side. This battle ain't over. We ended it right here, right now.
I'm gonna make way closer to like the center where Rev is, just so I'm closer.
Mm-hmm.
All it will take for us to stop this is me and you. Where are you?
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Why not?
And you hear him just go, "God damn it, boy. I accept."
Oh.
Right here, right now. Get off that jet. Meet me below.
Can I send a private message?
Can I
to
end
Otis?
communication?
You don't know. You can't hear any of this, Voldo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not privy. It's only directly to those who are in the jet.
Rev
Okay.
says, "You first. You got an army out there. You land first before I land this jet." I don't trust him at all. Like one iota, I don't trust him.
Your communication goes through, Doc.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hang up the call. Yeah.
You get you take 2 shots directly into the hull of your jet. You hear shields down to 60%. And he just goes, "I will blow you out of the damn sky, boy."
I'm gonna hang up. Land us somewhere else. I'll jump
I love
off.
the way he just goes, "I'm gonna hang up." Is this 1982?
Well, he's communicating, right? I want to end this fucking call. That's transmission.
Do we spin the dial as well?
Yes.
Like, calling out
Yes.
people?
You hold both of the buttons down.
All right.
Top of the line playing with the 50s phone.
Rotary phones, man.
All right.
Go ahead,
Rev tells the computer, "All right, take us down over by the burning wreckage of what we just blew up."
I don't intend to fight this guy fair. I'm going to get him in the open. You drop those grenades on us. I'll be safe.
I'm going to take you down. If I go up, he's going to blow me out of the sky.
And I can't hear any of this yet?
None. Roll awareness, Rev.
7.
You take 2 more shots directly in front of you from the Devil Jets of Sandormo.
That's right. All right, all right. I put my hands up and say, computer, land us by the
40%.
wreckage.
Shields down to 40%.
It's like, all right, Otis, we're getting you down there, and we're gonna be behind you. We can't stay up here. They're gonna take us out.
Then you hear
So-
doo-doo, doo-doo,
What does that
another
sound?
That's more
incoming
missiles.
call.
Oh my God, what are we, the freaking operator today? Who is it?
And you hear a female voice. We were always watching, and it seems that we can't watch anymore. We'll hold them off and give them hell. Bighorn was protected and never to be touched, and they broke that rule. And now, the Clockwork King is extremely angry. Oh, by the way, this is Tyrion.
Tyrion, you are a sight for sore ears.
He goes,
Wait, they
on your left, end game reference. And what you see is a large army and Devil Jet battalion moving your way.
Oh.
You do notice that most of them is just relatively in just general black, but there is a group that's on the ground. Most of the ground forces itself. The Devil Jets probably number in about 20, 25.
Wow.
The ground forces probably number in about 80 to 90. And they're painted in green. It's the green of Overton Hill.
Oh my
Overton
gosh.
Hill and Los Rivos have come to the call. And she says, they broke that rule, and we've accepted their hostile act as a declaration of war upon the Circle of Councils. Overton Hill has answered the call, Los Rivos as well. The council has spoken last night and decided to act. Here we make history. Here we make a stand. Let's hope we survive. War is upon us, boys. Is that? God damn! I thought that was a real spider, dude. I was really about to freak out, man.
Okay, at this point, do any one of the enemies surrounding us, do they see this approaching
You do
army?
notice that the ground forces start to angle towards the incoming forces that are coming from the south.
Want to make a move again?
You gotta wait for all these guys before you do anything.
Okay.
As I see this army, I say, you still want to go down and meet your uncle / father step guy?
yeah.
All right.
As
All
that
right. I
happens,
take him down. Yeah.
As that happens, gunfire erupts from Overton Hill and Los Rivos. They're not waiting around to figure out what's gonna go happen. They're here to fight.
Yeah, shoot. I was kind of
Immediately,
hoping we could convince her to give us a chance to let Rufus make himself visible. We can.
Sure. Immediately, Sandormo starts to counterattack. And the 4 Devil Jets that are in front of you start to attack directly at you.
Oh my God.
A larger group of iron-mounted freighters start to come up from the south and start firing the opposing forces, moving across the scorched earth where Bighorn once stood. Otis, you take a look, and you can see at the Overton Hill group that is coming forth. You make another 40 yards of extra distance, Voldo, as you start to hear explosions from this battle now that's going on behind you, and you're going towards the scorched blue earth that was in front of you, where people used to be. As that happens, you see a guy standing on top of one of the transports, one of the freighters, and he's waving up towards you guys to like come down or to move away. And Otis, you immediately see it's a familiar face. It's Alan, the privateer from the party who told you that if anyone could take out Rufus Titanimus, that would make things better in the north, and that he would love to see Rufus Titanimus destroyed. And if any dirtbanger could take over, then they need to take over Titanfall. Alan's just charge, take
Rev's like,
down the Titan.
Otis, you really did get an army.
I'm a diplomatic genius.
And you hear he's just going, for McConaughey, for McConaughey.
That's my secret name I use when I didn't want people to know I'm Otis.
And as that happens, he starts to fire these turbo plasma cannon forces, just wiping out one of the devil jets that was coming towards you. Immediately just clips it out of the sky.
Nice.
Voldo,
we got air support.
Roll awareness and then roll deafness. Roll athletics.
Okay, 10 on the first one, and 16 plus 3, 19 on I think athletics.
As Alan clips the devil jet out of the sky, it starts to circle and careen down to where, in the same angle that Voldo was going towards. Voldo, just continuing to keep running, has no idea that there's a burning devil jet coming down his way until the last second, where you successfully gymnastic roll out of the way at the last second, which has been what he's perfect at. Gymnastic roll to the nth degree. There is a battle that is ensuing here, gentlemen,
Yes.
between these two now large forces. The sounds of iron propulsions moving are kicking around this never-ending thick dust cloud, swirling around and between you, obscuring slightly your vision. As that happens, though, about 100 feet away from Voldo, one of the devil jets comes down to the ground, firing as it's hovering down, and lands. And out comes a heavily armored, what you guys would know as a guardian. So, an elite mercenary mech warrior in purple and gold, wearing a cape. And instantly Otis knows, son of a bitch, that's Rufus.
He's freaking in a mech.
Donning his gear. Rufus was a guardian, an elite mercenary. With that emerges 3-4 more that come out that seem to be his guards. 2 more start to come down, firing, exchanging attacks. You see a few of them get hit, and they kind of like start to wobble, and they actually kind of like slam onto the ground. But a few more come out. And in the end, what you see is about 15 other guys who seem to be donning the same thing as Rufus Titanimus. And Otis, you know them to be his elite guard, his sons of bitches, the dirty mongrels. You haven't seen them in quite a long time, since the last time that they were chasing you down, trying to kill you. Rev, are you still trying to land this thing?
I'm gonna look at Otis and I'm gonna say, "You ready to take on that guy by yourself?"
And silently, I'm just nodding yes. This is my life's work. Is killing this guy. Like, that's all. I'm tunnel vision right now.
Okay. I'm gonna say,
I'm not even speaking.
okay, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna get in stealth, grab as many grenades as I can, and try to see if I can get behind them in case they turn on you.
Doc, do you do anything?
Are we landed at this point?
He's trying to land in the midst of
I'm
a battle.
taking us down, yeah.
Oh God, how close are we to this little mob?
You're in the middle.
We're in the
of
thick.
this. You're
Yeah.
in the thick of things.
Of these 15 cats?
Yes.
I asked Rev, can we land anywhere else?
You do
Well-
have 3 other. Remember, you have double jets attacking you as well, so he doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot of time to
Yeah, I don't have a
make
lot
the
of options. I want to
decisions.
get us down to the ground so that these guys stop attacking us, because it seems like that's what they want us to do, get down so that we can do this duel.
Right.
Bring the jet. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to ask Otis, are these friends of yours? I mean, come on. What's going on here? Like, who are these guys?
No friends of mine. Nobody I know. Just worthless, disgusting mongrels. I'm
Well,
looking at Rev.
Let's
Go
get
ahead.
on the ground before we get blown out of the sky. Before
How do
get
we
sent
all
there.
feel about jumping out of this jet?
Jumping.
Yeah, Rev, bring this thing about 5 feet off the ground, cramming everything in its path, and just aiming at Rufus, and we'll jump out. We're gonna skid and roll, but
You want to leave the grenades on this while we do that?
No, I'm going to pack it all. I'm going to put as many as I can in my backpack.
You can only overhold 3.
yeah,
Damn it.
yeah.
Might as well try and crash it into him, though.
Okay. I guess
I
I'll.
already have 3 on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll grab 3 grenades and say, if that's what you want to do, this is your lemonade stand, Otis.
Immediately,
Son of a
Otis has
bitch.
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Lemonade.
This is your
There's
birthday
always
party
money
out
in
of
the lemonade
But,
stand.
but Doc knows exactly what you're talking about.
I say, why don't we just try and land real fast, and then we'll tell the computer to just run straight into them, and try and order the jet
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah, that's less chaotic.
Less damage on us.
Less
She may
fun.
not do it, but
All right.
to us.
I'll tell the computer, take us down, let us out, then charge the big guy in the purple cape.
We don't have weapons, do we? We're just like kind of a transporter.
No,
No,
this one was just a straight transport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only weapons was the dragon's fire and whatever grenades we had, I think.
Can I talk to them still? With my transporter?
The problem is it depends on what you're trying to say, because you would
I
not
just
be
want
you would not be able to hear what they said, so you can't meta.
to. No, I just kind of wanted to give them a heads up on what's going on the
Oh,
ground.
then yeah, you can. As all this is happening, and you like this firefight, these explosions, and you see obviously it's the K
It
jet.
looks like they're crashing.
The K jet that they're like starting to come down. I guess you can
Yeah.
look back and just go, wow, that's some big guy who just came down, and they're going that way. I guess
Yeah.
you would have the wherewithal to just go. I just had to duck dive. I had to what is it called? Dolphin dive out of the way of this thing
Yeah.
that just came down. Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. First thing I want to say is, what the hell is going on up there, guys? Somebody give me a rundown, because I almost just got ran over by a freaking plane that was crashing into me.
Now, where's Voldo?
Voldo's on the ground just running.
But how close is he to to Rufus and his guys?
He's 40, 40, 80. He was 150 away, so whatever that puts him at.
Oh gosh.
60 feet. He's relatively close.
Okay.
So Voldo's the closest to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's this Rufus guy that you just mentioned? He's on the ground?
They didn't mention
Which
that.
one is he?
They didn't mention Rufus at all.
I don't know.
Yeah, we
What was
didn't
that?
say
He
anything
didn't
about
mention
Rufus.
at all.
I thought didn't Doc just say?
No, he was asking me the question, and I was merely
Oh,
telling
Yeah,
okay,
so
gotcha.
does Voldo notice them?
Sure.
If they're 60 feet away. Okay, so who are these people that just landed? What's
Yeah.
going on? Why are you guys crashing? Why are you full of holes? Who are these people that just showed up out of nowhere and a massive battle started? Just give me a quick rundown.
I'll defer to Otis.
That's the target.
That's the target? That's the target. Okay, what are you guys doing?
We're trying to get out of this jet before we get blown out of this jet.
Okay. Do you guys have any weapons, anything up there to help?
I
you?
hang up because I just want to kill this guy.
He just picks up the receiver again and hangs up.
I had to tell you one thing. One thing I had to tell you.
And he hung up.
I'm trying to land this thing. This whole time I've been like, computer, take us down.
It's
You
just
know.
chaos.
Roll.
He's so hell bent on vengeance.
Okay.
Yes.
explain to me, are you trying to get down close enough that you can jump out
It sounds like they want to land it, so
like
it's
Bruce
their
Willis
call.
like,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
you're just gonna land?
How about this? Is there any way we could, we could exit that ship without them knowing we exited the ship and send the ship off, or maybe to try and
We're being
I'll be
tailed.
honest
Try
with
and get-
you. There's not enough distance that you can do to do anything stealthy. The only person who has a chance is Rev, because you can Mirage. That's literally
Yeah.
it.
all right.
I'm
Well,
good.
why don't we have Rev Mirage? We all jump out. It seems like only two of us jump out, and then we send the jet off, and it seems like he's still in it. I don't know.
Well, that's my
That
plan.
way
I
he
said I was
drives
going
them.
to Mirage when we get down there, and position myself behind all his troops. We just keep discussing it. All I want to do is I want us to take the Devil Jet down, kind of hover for us to jump out, and then send it kamikaze style, since it's the K jet at his group of dudes.
How
Yeah.
what are we talking about? You tell me, hovering height. What are you trying to put it at?
Just go down to, gosh, only like 5 feet off the
5
ground.
feet? Okay.
Yeah, so we
with
can
that,
jump out safely.
Go ahead
while
and
entouraged.
Well, hopefully.
everybody roll a d20, even
Okay.
Voldo.
Yeah, I was just resistant to the whole jumping out while in motion, because that'll take
You're
like
of sound mind.
10 of
That's
our
why you're
vitality off right from the beginning.
Yeah.
I rolled a
4 for
20.
you?
13.
20.
13.
14.
Oh, okay, so enough. Number one, are you miraging and jumping?
I'm going to Mirage right before I jump out,
Okay.
yes.
So go ahead and mark off the exhaust for the Mirage.
Okay.
Rev gets it to hover right around 5 feet. Mirages in front of you and jumps out. Otis jumps out, barrel rolls onto the ground. Doc does it as well. As that happens, Voldo, you see Doc and Otis jump out of this hovering. And as that moment happens, it starts to take off, and the other three immediately blow it right out of the sky, thinking that was their chance. And with that, roll athletics. Rev doesn't have to, but Voldo does as well.
Does the burning wreckage do anything to these guys we tried to aim it at?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Am I rolling?
Yeah.
You said?
Actually, Rev, you would have to probably roll it as well, because you're
Okay, athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I got 14 plus 3, so 17.
Okay, Doc.
13.
17 as well for me.
17. Otis.
7.
Okay. The wreckage just gets shattered almost right out of the sky, but there are burning pieces that start to flare out. Otis, you take 7 points of damage as you catch a few little shrapnels into your leg. The Doc immediately puts up his shield and deflects everything. Voldo does another pirouette and cartwheels out of the way of large, obviously engines that are flying your way. Rev was like in the Matrix because he was so close that he sees the explosion and everything starts to like spin his way. He just kind of like, whew, just cybernetic speed and skills allow him just to dodge all of this. Anything that starts to fly towards Rufus and his group, they just shoot right out of the sky, and some of them just pull up shields, plasmatic shields, right in front of it that just take the blunt of the blow. You do notice that they immediately stand in front of Rufus to make sure he's protected. With that, Rev's on the ground, Otis is on the ground, Doc's on the ground, Voldo, you're on the ground. Roll reaction.
Okay. Ooh. -4.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What am
We're
I
all
rolling?
rolling.
Yes, everybody.
Yeah, you
What-
roll a
Prep.
d20 and then subtract
D20
your
and
reaction
subtract
from
your
it.
reaction.
Oh, prep trumps look.
13.
Okay.
The reaction is the one I don't have access to right now.
Then just roll
9.
a d20. Whatever you roll, you got.
13.
Okay. 13 for Voldo. 9 for Doc. And what were you, Otis?
13.
Rev's gonna go first. Everybody else goes next. Then you guys go last. Rev,
Yes.
above you, the explosions are starting to get more fierce.
Okay.
What you see is a moment out of Top Gun. Just like double jets just dogfighting in the air. Shots just going off shields. And you're seeing shields just illuminate these blue plasmatic shields and then kind of snap back forward. The attacks from Overton Hill and Los Rivos are directly concentrated on that large force that was coming from San Dormo. There
Okay.
are shots that are being shot your way as well, though. So don't think that you're out of the mix. It starts to get closer and closer as they're trying to move their way towards you and to obviously to meet up with Rufus and his group.
Mm-hmm.
What's left of his group. His group is mostly of the Devil Jet Battalion that is above, that is doing its best to shoot out some of the Devil Jets from the opposing forces out of the sky. Carnage is just, it's like fireflies above you. It's actually, it's more like the idea of looking at meteors hitting the atmosphere and just splintering into millions of pieces. As this happens, it makes it hard to concentrate because you know that there's this gigantic battle going on, essentially just 100 feet behind you. And in front of you is Rufus Titanimus and his group. You haven't felt fear in a very long time. But this one does kind of shake you a little bit because you don't exactly know what's going to transpire today.
And I don't think they have any honor like Walter does.
And you absolutely know for sure that they don't have that. There's going to be no mercy here if you continue. This isn't the kind of life that you've decided to live for yourself for the past many moons. But this is where you're at. What would you like to do?
Knowing how dishonorable these guys are, I would like to try to do something kind of interesting. You said there are how many of these other guardians are there besides Rufus? Like
15.
12 or 15? 15?
15, and then Rufus makes 16.
This is going to be kind of weird, but since I'm in Mirage, what I would like to do, using the chaos of the battle, I would like to get behind them, and I want to place one of each of my grenades below and right behind each group of guardians.
Okay.
To be.
What is your speed, though?
Oh, sorry. My speed is 40.
Okay.
So I know I can't do this all in one turn.
You get the sense they're probably right around the 80 to 90. So it's going to be you moving this one to get close.
Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move towards the group on the right flank to try to get behind them on my max distance, basically.
You got it. Not a problem.
And does that mean that if I'm not doing anything else, can I use my bonus to try to? This is going to again be a weird thing. Can I try
This is
to?
the season finale. There is nothing weird.
I want to use my data jack to rig up these grenades using my engineering skill to go off when I kind of like remote mines with my my sidekick.
Roll engineering. Let's
Okay.
We're gonna let it happen. Let's see if it works.
I want to turn these things into remote mines I can set off at will.
That's fun.
All right. With my bonus to engineering, I rolled a 6.
Yeah, you're like running and you're like trying to like do this thing, and you're just thinking to yourself, maybe I should like stop, sit, and figure this out. It's kind of like hard to like run and do this at the same time.
And rig
So,
this thing up,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right, I failed. I'll pass my normal then.
Okay.
Uh,
Rufus points directly at you, Otis. And he just goes, towards you. He merely motions to two of his guardians to move towards where Voldo was, who just kind of like rolled, and I was on the ground, and he's kind of like in his cool like Avengers 3-point pose. Doc, what exactly are you? Are you kind of farther in the back, next to Otis, essentially, with the emo haircut?
Yeah, totally. Smoking a cigarette, but I'm not inhaling. Just kind of like I'm close to Otis, and I'm just kind of looking at him like, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna try and fight this guy?
I'm just bringing him out in the open. I'm hoping somebody else takes him out, unless I get lucky. I'm gonna start. Well, it's not really my turn.
No, you guys having the conversation though.
I don't think it could be long. No.
What exactly are you gonna do to this guy? How do you think you can beat him? And how can I help?
I'm gonna look at Doc. I don't think I could.
Well, we have
but
no
I'm
choice.
gonna do it.
Am I? Is it my turn at this point?
No.
They have actions before us.
Okay. Yes, since I'm the closest to him, I'm just kind of like
Trying to
waiting.
to be.
I'm essentially waiting to see if the victim heeds the bully's call.
Okay. What you see, Voldo, is essentially when you've seen Guardians before, they're high-end mercenary soldiers that wear essentially exoskeleton suits that obviously enhance their abilities. That their main weapons sit upon their wrist, which are usually a flamethrower and clarium claws that extend out. And on a track that is built onto a harness are these large kind of like ion, kind of like full auto cannons that kind of ride this track that kind of pop down, and they just kind of like, it's like chain gun directly at you. As they start to move towards you, you can, if you want to, for the sake of anything, you could look on them as cool war frames, or you're being stared down by Master Chief himself. Whatever the way you want to look at it, it is. But they are in a deep purple and gold kind of like coloration on these exosuit mech suits themselves. As they kind of like retrieve their weapons and slam them into place in front of you, they're going to go ahead and make their attacks directly at you. As that happens, though, you get the sense that there are people behind you, and the residents of Bighorn, armed with weapons that Alan has provided to them,
Yeah.
are behind
Go,
you.
Alan.
Oh no.
And Jonah's right next to you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They don't have armor on. They're gonna get blown away.
They have no
Better
armor.
them than me.
The first one begins to fire, and he misses.
Nice.
It's just a simple, almost that you get the sense like it's like a warning shot at you to see if you'll stop. What do you do? That's the first one. He goes over the top of you. He's merely putting it out there to see what happens with you and how do you respond, as well as the group behind you.
Okay, and there's still a second one who has a move to make before me?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, in that case, I am going to just kind of sit there with my hands in the air all my weapons are hidden in the rifts, make them think that I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of like acting.
Yeah, I'm
like
just kind of
you're
like,
giving
hey,
up.
I got the warning shot. Don't worry about me.
Han Solo's got no weapons, you know.
Exactly. I'm doing that.
The second one merely holds his action and waits. Neither one advanced any further, though.
Okay.
Otis and Doc, you see that the group that is still around, which is about 13 deep, kind of like moves to the side in this really nice uniformed motion, very military-like. And Rufus ventures forward. And he just goes, "You wanted me, boy. Come now." It beckons towards you.
I'm gonna look at Doc. This isn't your fight. Get out of here.
So
Concoct something.
So heroic.
But it's not heroic. I just want to kill him.
Do you turn around and like gently caress his face and just go, "It's not your fight.
No.
We'll always have dragon breath."
Remember the dragon breath.
Remember the dragon breath. Doc looks at you and just goes, "Dracarys."
Yeah. I'm actually really curious to see what happens here.
Okay.
And if I just say I don't really see much of anywhere to run to. I feel like we already let a target go now once. I don't trust them to fight fair, so I don't see why we should. But if they want to have a little showdown right now,
so you're merely gonna stand aside and see what happens.
I'm just gonna say, I'm not running.
Okay.
I nod my head, and I'm gonna head forward towards Rufus.
Rufus,
Not armed.
Nope.
I mean, I have my guns everywhere. I don't have anything in hand.
Rufus begins marching towards you. You begin marching towards him. His group end up kind of create like a wall right behind him, standing side by side in a nice, extremely uniformed sense, except for the two that are obviously entertained with Voldo and his group. They get no sense of you, Rev, at all.
Nice.
0 sense.
Nice.
The enhancement that the doc has done for you, allowing you to leave no physical patterns and sounds, is actually been extremely beneficial for you. Unfortunately, it hasn't been. You're still having butterfingers with trying to put together
Yeah,
everything.
didn't fix my fingers. I gotta order that next.
Explosions start to get closer. Cannon fire starts to hit like 20 feet away from you. Obviously, earth and dust is being kicked up. Some of it is even creating larger cave-ins from the caverns of the initial explosions behind you, breaking away earth and rubble to almost like 10 feet the slope down below. You all kind of shift away from that to make sure that obviously the earth doesn't take you. Otis, what are you thinking when you were making this trek towards Rufus? His face is completely covered in some kind of, obviously, some shield, so you can't see his face, but
I know it's him.
without a doubt that's who it is behind that shield.
As I'm thinking wise, I'm just thinking of bloodlust. I'm thinking of lost family. I'm thinking of the North, all this stuff that's got me to this point. And I'm going to look up at him because obviously he's staggering over me in his suit, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
With that, he's probably sitting about 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
I want to get about 20, 25 feet away.
Okay, and then you
Distance
stop?
between us. Yeah, and stop. And I'm going to look up at him. Why don't you try to kill me with your bare hands?
You get nothing from him.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand ready, holding my turn, I guess.
You do notice that he's got a gigantic cannon upon his back, much like the rest of his mongrels. But he has large Calarian blades that are embedded like on this wrist that immediately and retract out on one of his hands, and he just kind of like uses to beckon you. Like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this now. But before he does, he takes out something from his pocket. It's a little hollow disc. And he tosses it in front of you. And a hologram emerges. And it's your bound sister. The sister you have not seen in a long time and you actually thought to be dead. And he just goes, "Die now and save her."
Die now and save her. I think Otis is going to be a little taken aback by it. Like, affected for sure. Because he's been banking on hopefully finding her one day.
Mm-hmm.
And now he realizes that she's in his grasp. It's kind of demoralizing at this point. I was about to walk in there, and now I feel defeat before I even walk into the fight.
He just goes, "Bend the knee and take it like a man. It's more than I can say for your father, boy."
And he's still got a cannon.
But it's
On
still on his back. Just the blades are out itself.
Oh, yeah, the blades.
Rev, roll awareness. Voldo, roll awareness. Doc, roll awareness.
I have my suspicions that the hologram is a hoax.
19 is my awareness.
15.
Okay.
3.
Those good suspicions, Doc.
He was way off.
Doc's
I was
just
gonna
like,
say I wanted to yell at him. How do we know it's real? I don't think it's real.
Voldo and Rev. Roll hacking.
+20 +3. So, yeah, 23.
Wow. 7.
Voldo. You see this, because obviously it's not too far away, and you're seeing this, obviously, the showdown. And immediately you go to try to hack the signal, and you find that it is a fake signal. It was something that was concocted directly. It's not a live signal.
Right. Okay, I can relay this information to everybody through my thing.
If you choose to.
I choose to do that.
What do you
First
tell?
off.
Who do you tell?
I tell Rev and Otis and Doc. Just tell all three of them.
What exactly do you say to them?
That like whatever you just said. I couldn't really.
I don't remember what I just said.
Okay. That I hacked that. That I hacked them, and it's not actually him, I guess.
The holograph.
That was a
yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
That was a poor description of what you were trying to tell him. What he essentially tells you, Otis, as well as you gentlemen, is this is a fake hologram. It is not a live signal.
That's what you meant by live signal. Okay. Yeah. So I let them all know that it's a hologram. Is that the only hologram that I can figure out?
Yeah, there's only the one that's just sitting in front of him.
There's just the one.
He merely tells you it was something that it was created.
Staged.
and
Yeah.
staged.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, he's trying to get into Otis's head
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
goading him.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, definitely like specifically tell Otis that that's all fake,
Okay.
and that's a hologram that he created.
Otis, you hear this? Doc,
I
do
hear
you
this. Yeah.
And Doc immediately just goes, "I know it."
Yeah, I respond. You know, had I not rolled a 3, I would have
I would.
I would have come up with this. I would have solved this.
Otis, you hear this?
Otis doesn't fully trust Voldo,
Fair enough.
I'm gonna shoot you in
So-
the face.
but I take it in. I want to say it gives me a little bit of
Gives you hope.
juice to go forward, but like I'm not fully there.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And it gives you. It creates enough for whatever you're feeling.
It creates some doubt.
It creates
Yeah.
some kind of pause that you thought maybe there is something there. That maybe there is a chance.
Yep.
With that, nobody does anything because they're waiting on you. Doc, you're next to act.
You're next in rotation.
Did he freeze?
Is he frozen? Oh, there
No,
he
he's
is.
not. No, he's not. Go ahead, Mike.
He's back.
What would you like to do, Doc?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and send another message. I hate to keep going at this, but if we've already gotten some help, maybe we can get some more. I don't know if Tyrion knows this is going on, if she can see anything, but I just want to shoot off something to her saying target acquired. You know, requesting assistance, because it seems
Okay.
to me like my message.
Did I lose him again?
Yeah, I
Huh?
think he's got some
I
sort
think
of
so.
connection thing.
Yeah, your connections. Sometimes I lose you. What would you say?
Oh,
The
me?
last bit.
Yeah, you.
I said I realized that my last transmission to her really was coincidental in her arrival. It didn't force her to take action because she was already going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like really trying to get
Okay.
to let her know that we have a target acquired, and you know,
You're just trying
we
to
don't
get help.
have
Bring
yeah
their
we don't
attention.
we don't
Yeah.
yeah we don't have you know, we have a number basically.
Okay. Yeah. So in the middle of battle, in this showdown, the doctors decided to text message with Tyrion
Yes.
in his most emo way, like, "Hey girl, like,
Smiley face, smiley face, smiley
yeah,
face.
smiley face, X's and O's, X's and O's, little big X, little X, little O, little O."
Knife.
And you kind of just tell her this, which she gets back to you as, "Do you not see what we're doing? I'm kind of in the middle of something. This is what we pay you to do. See what you can do. Get back to me in like 5.
Try not to be so emo all the time.
Like, if you wanted me, ask me on a date. Like,
Nah.
did you have to do it in the middle of a battle?" Yeah, she just gives you the sense like, we're in a battle here. Like, I can't stop and drop and like help you out here. We are helping. She's kind of fighting
Right.
for her life here because she is involved. Do you want to do anything else?
I want to
Give Otis a shield, man.
yeah, I was just that's so crazy. I was just thinking of that same thing I'm looking at right here. I
Because
I
it's
have
the
the
season
hat.
finale, I will allow that meta.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, come
No,
on.
I
help this
swear to
guy.
you,
Well,
that's
maybe
that's
it's
that's
kinda
exactly
like-
what I was thinking.
Maybe like Rev's just going,
Because
why can't I put this together? Why can't I put it? Oh, maybe, hey, that guy could use a shield. Maybe
By the way, give him a shield.
that's pretty much all I can do. I want to try and reiterate what Voldo said to him, because I feel like I kind of pick up on the fact that it didn't phase him,
Sure, maybe.
you know, and that, you know, he needs to understand that that's, you know,
Okay.
I think it's huge that he knows, but at the same time, there's no harm in Rufus thinking he did believe it,
Roll persuasion.
you know.
That's a good point.
14.
Roll a d20 if you could, Otis.
1.
Whatever the doc says to you, it's like a fatherly figure that he like metaphorically. He doesn't actually do it physically or anything like that, but his words are just like a warm hand on your shoulder. And as he kind of like takes his hat and kind of spins it, and it goes over the top of you and creates the shield. You hear his words where it's a lie. Go forth, boy. I don't know what you say, Doc. Just tell him what you're saying.
I say, do not submit, do not fall for it. Whatever you do, you could pretend you believe him, but your sister, that's not your sister. She's not. He's pulling your leg, basically.
If the
I don't know how to put it.
If the hologram does not fit, you must acquit.
Right.
Gotcha.
If it's not legit, you must acquit.
Oh.
Yeah. So you just kind of do you give him the shield for certain? That's what you want
Right.
to do?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
so.
Do you shield yourself?
Uh.
Or you just shield him?
At this point, no.
Okay. So you're wearing.
But I have the option to
You
at
do.
some point. Right?
You are wearing
Okay.
the cool hat that's just kind of floating above you. The cool doc hat creating the shield. And his words kind of inspire you.
I'm gonna take a few steps closer to the Rufus. I'm gonna start making my way towards Rufus.
Okay. And what do we hear? Is it like the Imperial March? Boom, 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 boom.
Where's it?
There you go. That's
Yeah,
even
that's much better.
You
Yeah,
hear
I like that.
Ennio Morricone and okay. Otis or Voldo. You guys
There we go.
rolled exactly the same. You guys
Yeah.
can decide which one wants to go first.
Voldo, go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
You see that the doc has shielded Otis, and Otis is now walking forward. When you take a look at it with a little more confidence than he did about 10
RP
seconds
walk.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight RP
Okay.
walk, yeah.
How far away are those?
Exactly
like,
the way
go-
Rand's showing. That's how you RP walk. A lot of shoulders. And
Is there a way-
Staying Alive is in the background.
There you go. There you go. He's moving to Staying Alive.
Exactly.
Okay, so is there a way I can secretly get a message to Otis without the two guys in front of me hearing or seeing?
How good are you with hand puppets?
I
Balloon
want to
animals?
say very good. I am very
How
good.
are you trying to deliver this message?
I just kind of want to get maybe give him a look. Like,
Well, here's
I
the thing:
basically
is
I want
you
to.
are an assassin, and
Yeah.
I'm to assume that you do have the assassin cover, so they can't read your mouth, but they might be able to hear. So it's kind of like up to you how you like to try to do it.
Okay.
Thieving mouth is not a skill.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna be looking over at Otis, and I'm just gonna say it looks like we're in hell, right? I'm trying to get across the idea like we need to do something.
Okay, so
You know-
your words to him, it looks like we're in hell. What
Yeah.
you're trying to imply is that we need to do something.
Yeah, like we need to raise hell.
All right. Go
Like
ahead.
we can no longer standing around.
Go ahead and roll intelligence, Otis.
One.
No.
One.
No.
Like you say it to him, and he just like, and he just keeps on walking.
This is hell, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course it is. I did this.
Yeah.
All right. That didn't work. Okay. So, in that case, I can talk as many people as I want, right?
Sure.
Okay. So the kid next to me, Jonah, the one who's kind of leading all of them,
Yep.
I kind of want to just look at him and just be like, "Are you ready for this?"
Jonah looks at you and just goes,
And he's like,
Son of a bitch, Jonah.
and I tell
he does.
I tell him, I'll be like, "All right, you'll know when." Okay.
and he looks at you and he just goes, "I was the fastest."
And you still are.
It's also
looks
the
at you,
dumbest.
He actually
So-
he gives you 2 thumbs up, and you see that he's actually holding a grenade in his hand.
Be ready to use those. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to use Into the Shadows.
Okay, again, you
Okay.
can try to do something like that, but you're out in the open.
I thought that immediately made me invisible and
No,
got rid of.
the only person who's invisible is Rev.
Okay.
It allows you to increase your ability to sneak and be stealthy.
Okay, is
If
there anywhere
there
around
are
me?
shadows that you can disappear into? But
Is there any shadows? Or anywhere I can hide?
this is
We're like in the
this is
middle of the
scorched
desert.
earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
in the
was
middle of a
hoping some
battlefield,
rocks.
basically.
Yeah, battlefield.
Oh, okay. I was hoping some rocks.
Every time
Okay.
people, to anyone out there, I completely understand. Maybe I should reword that differently. But like in scorched earth, it's like the idea of like trying to hide behind a pebble, and just be like, no one can see me, right? I'm a rock.
Okay. Let's see then. In that case.
What about the shadow of another person?
Gosh damn it, man! You might
And then
have
that person
something-
can move
and
while you're in their
you fall in
shadow,
that shadow.
and then you spring right out. Send Jonah, and you're just chilling in his shadow.
Yes,
You're
use
like,
another
"What the
child
hell?"
as a meat shield.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just.
These guys
Double-
love killing kids.
Hey. Hey, there's so many of them, you know. And
There's more. They're all there to spare.
And you can always make more. It's pretty easy.
Oh,
It's quite fun.
You only have to wait 9 months.
Okay. So it looks like, gosh, we're gonna have to start popping off something soon. So I am going to do a blood arrow at one of the 2 guys in front of me.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, and then during that's going to be the signal for the 14 other people to start attacking the
are
others.
Are they aware of that? Do they
Well, that's why I talked to Jonah, and because I figured he was the leader.
Oh. Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, boy. That's not
Um,
good.
Okay.
God, little kids versus giant guardians. Go.
Okay.
Hey, little kids with guns. Okay, we're in Africa right now.
Oh
It's
God.
Jonah.
Go for
That's
it.
what matters.
Pull up some Ewoks. Pull up some Ewok trees, hitting the walkers.
Okay, so I'm gonna sacrifice 6 vitality for this, so I can roll
Oh.
4d8.
Go for it. All right.
Okay, let me just first knock this down. 4.
Wow,
Okay.
He's going heavy.
I'm
Okay.
going to have him fucking this dude up. Okay.
You
So-
you manifest your phantom bow from the ether itself.
Yes.
Okay, and go ahead and attack. Well, 5 or 6, you got to hit.
Oh yeah. 6. yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay. Now.
Well,
got-
remember you could have rolled 2d6, but whatever, you hit either way
Oh, okay.
because you upgraded that one.
And then I got 4d8s that I'm rolling.
Go for it. Just make sure you take out the exhaust as well as your vitality.
Yeah, I did that. Okay, that's the 4. 8. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. It's 2. 6, 5, 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, that was 4d8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
What did you roll on those rolls, dude?
let's see. I got a 2, a 6, a 5, and an 8.
21, I think.
Yeah, if you're better than math at me.
21. So you did 25 points of
And-
damage directly at 1. Wow. Okay.
And then whatever damage the kids with guns can do to the other guy.
Okay. What you guys see is that Voldo manifests a ethereal bowl out of the ether itself, fires this arrow directly and piercing through the armor of the one of the guys who initially shot the warning shot. It staggers him, like he's completely surprised that you did that. And there's a moment of pause. And you look at Jonah, and he looks at you and just goes, he goes click, and
Yep.
he throws the grenade.
There we
And
go.
then it
And
becomes
then I also
an eruption of just gunfire from the group
Nice.
behind.
Nice. And then I also want to use a bonus action.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use temporal rift again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get somewhere where I can have a clean shot of Rufus, and somewhere that's like farther away from, so I don't have to kill more guards to get a clean shot at him with my blood arrow.
You can flank off to the side. It would almost be next to Otis himself.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. Me and Otis, I know we are not the best of friends here, but we got a common enemy.
Okay, go
So-
ahead. So do temporal rift. See if you get it done. 5 or 6.
5.
Wow.
Okay.
So he actually opens up a rift.
Dude.
Go for it.
I'm keeping this dice. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I move in right next to Otis. I appear right next to him. And now I can tell him, let's fuck some shit up.
Otis, a rift opens up right next to you. And emerges from the
Can't get
rift
used to that.
is Voldo. It's still kind of like, what the heck is going on? As that happens, you see the guard that received the initial arrow from Voldo just fall. And the other one is like returning fire at this whole group led by Kara and the old people, and some of the old people just like firing. But they're just getting mowed, most of the people. And lastly, emerging from the rift is Jonah with his grenade.
Yeah!
He walked through with them.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, you notice the grenade is live.
Oh!
Otis,
Can I smack that
you're
shit
up.
out of his hand?
Otis is up.
I'm up.
Okay.
You've done your stuff.
All right.
Otis, this is what you've seen.
Do I just see Jonah holding the grenade?
Yeah, you're aware that it's flashing. It's live.
It's the same one that he was about to throw.
Yeah, he showed it, clicked it, and then he
The
went
one
through
that
the rift.
Otis
and he walked through
gave.
the rift too.
So
The one
just
that Otis gave him a while back.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna see this out of the corner of my eye, and I'm gonna yell, "Throw it!" And I'm gonna whip out my pistol, and I'm gonna do explosive personality if he throws it.
Oh,
Combo
Jonah,
attack.
Jonah agrees to throw it.
Hey!
Where do you tell him to throw it?
So you said the guards are all lined up behind Rufus.
Behind him, yeah, they're probably like 20 feet behind him, not too far.
I'm gonna say pretty much the line of guards that's closest to him, because he's also cybernetic. He could throw anything. Basically, I want him to take out some guards.
Okay, so he looks at you and just goes, takes it and
He lets it sail.
over. He lets it sail.
Yep.
And it seems to be going where you told him to send it.
Okay, good. As it approaches there, I take my shot
Go for it.
and I miss.
He throws
Damn it.
and it just goes. And Rev, you actually see it too, and it just goes. Doom, 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 and then you see like this errant shot go over the top, and like Oda's just going.
Well, it's still live. Does it still explode?
And then a mere 4 seconds later, boom, and it just completely explodes, knocking back about 5 or 6 of those guys, just about 10 feet, and completely laying them out on the ground. It does some damage to them. You start to see some of their cybernetics start to kind of short out a little bit, as this kind of like electric field, kind of like static electricity is running over them. And you know initially that these guys are completely concussed. They are like straight.
Good thing Jonah's got, good arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's,
I told him
there's
everything.
about 4 or 5 that are like completely knocked down. The other guys completely like dispersed away. And then as they see these, they're fallen comrades down. They reform to like guard and protect them in front of them, creating another wall.
So they're walled around Rufus again?
No, the wall behind Rufus.
Oh, okay.
Behind Rufus
Okay.
still protecting those guys that were down.
Okay.
So Rufus is still head in front.
Rufus is sitting there. He does, yeah.
Yeah, he's just taking it in.
Seems
I think
like
at this.
easy
So
target.
that was a bonus.
So you have pretty much anything you could do. Rufus doesn't even look back. He just goes.
It is.
He just kind of like waiting on you, boy.
I'm gonna take my pistol. I'm gonna aim it right towards. He's in a suit,
Yeah,
right? So I envision he's in a mech suit, right?
pretty much. But it's
I envision.
you notice it's not like this heavy duty stuff. It's relatively form-fitting exoskeleton suit.
Okay.
That's
All right.
cybernetic, yeah.
I'm aiming for his head, and I'm gonna do. Now you're dead, and I'm gonna fire 4 shots
Okay.
straight at his head.
As he sees you lift it up, he takes his claw and he just taps like on the front of his forehead.
Bring it on.
Go ahead. You will get this at favorable because he is not going to move.
He's not gonna move. Great. Okay. So favorable in this case, I'm rolling d6s. So what is that? It's
It means
4, 5, or 6.
Yeah, at this point, I'm
Okay.
going to give you advanced accuracy, so it's going to be 4, 5, or 6.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna do that for each shot.
Yep.
Okay. So I hit with 3 shots.
Nice.
Okay.
They're incendiary.
All right.
Nice.
Um,
Set his face on fire.
I had a totally different plan, but fucking everything changed. So I don't have that. I don't have that dice up right here. Just want to get that. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Incendiary.
Well, if it's extreme burn,
Rev,
plus
you're
6.
up next, so
Okay.
figure out what you're
I'm
going to do.
planning.
Yep.
Planning my plan. Planning my plan.
Guardian.
Did you want to make a quick roll to see if you put together that thing while you do it again?
Sure.
Might as
It
well.
won't use up. Well, use my action up
No,
because.
I'm just giving
Okay.
you. I'm just giving it to you because it's
Okay. Cool.
It's so crazy.
See if I can engineer this
Yeah.
thing.
Engineer on the run. Who thought that you could ever do this? He's cool.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
So.
At this time, you actually just drop one.
Good thing I didn't turn that on yet.
It's like when you're like you like drop something and you're like moving and you like drop it and then kick it and you're like, oh God.
Good thing I'm invisible. These are grenade bouncing around for no reason.
This grenade just kind of like drops out and just is visible out of like nothing, And then all of a sudden you like pick it back up and it disappears again.
So I just roll the damage
Yeah,
for the
you're just
dice,
doing-
and it's automatically just burn.
Yep.
How I read it? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I connected with 326. 24.
Ooh, nice.
That was because I fired those so many shots. That's fine.
Yeah, nice.
With and as my movement,
Okay.
it's scorched earth.
And I get extreme burn. Wow. I believe that's like +4, right? Or +6.
it just says burn,
Oh, that's +4. Okay.
and it's handguns. So
Okay.
As movement, I want to kind of strafe over to the left where all the guards are kind of stunned or concussed.
Okay, so you're actually trying to get past him?
No, I want to be on the side of him, like with a distance, but on the. If that makes sense, it doesn't.
Okay. As you try to move, he puts his arm out, immediately trying to stop you. He's going to
And
move
I stop
with
my
you.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stop
The
my
moment
movement.
that you
then.
start to shift, he shifts with you.
Okay. I stop movement. My turn's done.
Okay. Rev,
It's my turn.
what do you got?
How many of the guards are not knocked down?
There was the 2 that are on the firefight. 4 got knocked down. So what is that, 9?
So there's still 9 more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like fed up with this grenade because I can't get it to do what I want it to do.
Sure.
So for my bonus, I'm going to go, screw it. I press the button. I'm going to go, Otis mode and just try to throw it at
Oh boy.
as many guards as I can hit that are clumped together to try to knock more down.
Go ahead.
All right. Do I roll a
boy.
d6 for this?
D6 always.
Okay. Do I get any advantage since I'm doing this from stealth?
You know what? I would give you advanced accuracy as well because you're doing it from stealth.
Okay, cool.
So 4, 5, and 6 is
That's a 3.
wow. 4, 5, and 6, and he got the other half.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm bad. I can't roll tonight.
So you actually take this one and just you don't know if you're just if it's just the moment itself.
My
You just take this
butterfingers.
thing and you just like way too much power, and you just, zoom, and you throw this about like 60 feet well over their head, not even remotely close. And in the distance, you hear it go. But they all kind of turn around to see like what was that?
So it was a distraction. Totally meant for them to be distracted by that explosion. All right. Well, that would have brought me out of stealth doing that attack, I assume.
Yep.
So I see that this fight is going. I'm going to use Fury of the Jackal at the closest. Am I in range to do Fury of the Jackal? I think it's up to. I can jump up to 20 feet, and I have 40 feet of movement. So
Yeah,
could I get in close enough?
You'd be able to do. You'd at least get
Okay.
to hit one of them on the outskirts there. Sure.
Yeah. So I kind of went on the right side when I was flanking. So
you
I
kinda
want
flank
to.
'em.
I want to charge at the furthest guy on that side
Sure.
and use Fury of the Jackal.
He is turned around
Okay.
to see what happened there. So you're gonna.
So
get,
I'm trying to slash him from behind here. All right. So this is my upgraded skill. So I think I roll 3d6, and if any of them hit, I hit. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead. You're gonna get advanced accuracy on this one as well.
Okay. God, if I can hit this.
Then you're garbage.
Oh, all right. I got 3, 4, and 5. So I did hit.
Nice.
Okay. So-
Okay. All right. So I didn't get a chance to put my 3 ways of the blade up, so I don't get any
Nope.
that bonus damage. But I do have. This is a stage 3 skill, so it's 2d10 plus 5 for damage.
Okay. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, 2d10 plus 5. This is my big hitter skill. 6 and a 5. So I did 11 plus 5 is 16. And my Calarium Photon Core Lance Tip does +1 damage, +1 penetration.
Okay.
So I guess if he has armor, that would be penetration.
Yeah. Okay.
So what did I say? 16 plus 1. So I guess that's 17 damage.
Yeah, it's about 17. That's what I have.
Okay.
With that, you come down on a unsuspecting, dirty mongrel, and you just come down and you just are you piercing or are you just kind of like blunt force trauma on this thing because you don't have a like
it's
a spear blade.
It's kind of a spear blade.
Yeah.
I want to stab into his vulnerable joints.
Okay.
I want to take out his arms so he can't aim his guns,
Okay.
basically.
With that one, you just drive it directly into his right arm.
Okay.
In hopes that that's the way that the track goes that way. And he just kind of like snaps, and you actually just take him and you drive him down as well as he kind of like grunts out.
Nice.
Voldo, Otis, and Doc, you see that that Rev has made his way to the back guards, and he's mounting an attack.
I'm sorry. Fear of the Jackal is either 2 targets or 1 target if I spend an extra exhaust. Can I, instead of doing 1 target like I normally do that same attack to the 2 that are adjacent to each other?
Sure.
Because it's quickly slashes up to 2 targets if adjacent. So would I roll separate damage for the other guy then?
Yeah, you're always going to roll separate damage no matter what.
Okay. Sorry, I should have mentioned that I always do it on 1 target.
Sure.
I forget that I could do 2 targets.
I'll let that happen.
All right. So that's 7 plus 6. So that's 13 plus 5. So that's 18
21.
plus 1.
19?
Yeah, 19 damage to the other guy. And so I'm going to try to do like their arms that are next to each other, like stab, stab.
Okay. So with the other one that you don't drive him down because you decided to pull that one out and then attack a second one as he's trying to swing around to see what happened, and you drive that one into his arm. Doing both times, just trying to hopefully that you're tearing through ligaments in order to obviously incapacitate any joint movements.
Disable them, kind of.
With that, so you see then him take out and drive into his spear into 2 of the guys in the back, but all those have now turned towards Rev.
And that creates 3.
Anything else that you need?
No, I did. My bonus was the grenade, and I moved, so that's my turn right there.
They get to attack.
Okay.
Rufus is going to attack first. Otis.
Been dreading this moment.
I'm sorry, but did Otis do any damage to Rufus at all?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Well, like 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
Burn.
Nice.
What he does, because essentially it's Voldo, him, and Doc's relatively close. Okay. His claws retract back in, and he's essentially on the track. His gun comes into play, and he snaps it up. And as he does that, he lifts off with these thrusters that are on the back that lift him up about 30 feet up in the air above you as he just looks down and he hovers.
Friggin' Boba Fett, man.
And then he just aims, and he gets to attack everybody that is in that range for him. That is within 40 feet.
Yeah.
Rev's not there because Rev's behind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the.
So he's gonna hit Doc. He's gonna hit Voldo. He's gonna hit Jonah. And he's gonna hit Otis.
Jonah.
So I can hit up to 4. I'm going to do Rain Down the Pain. The Guardian boost jumps up approximately 30 feet because to hover down while raining down unruly firepower upon all targets that he is able to see up to 4 targets. It's a 2-round burst per target as well.
Whew. Poke the bear.
And you know what? I'm also... That's -4, and then you know what? I'm going to do an extra 2 for a full exhaust of 6, which allows me to do a plasma fuse rocket mounted shot directly at you guys as well.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing
Is
you
it too
moved
late
right
to
next to
put
him.
that
huh,
shield
Voldo?
on me now?
Yeah, you got any extra shields, Doc?
Yeah, I should have put the one on me while I had a chance.
Okay. As he goes up to do the shot, as he starts to hover up, the rockets start to short out. And he ends up just going zoom when he slams back down to the ground.
Yes. I must have been rolling for you
And he
there.
kind of just like looks at you like he's not damaged or hurt or anything like that, but he's kind of like
Pissed. Yeah.
Only his pride is hurt.
That damn engineer who worked in my suit, who should have got Doc to make his stuff.
Yeah.
I may have already.
You know, that thought has crossed my
Excellent.
mind.
okay. Gosh,
Doc knows people.
that was a main. That really hurts.
You feel our pain of
She's
grenades going.
he reached, you know, instead he just takes out his other arm, and then you see that he has an exo thrower, which is essentially a flamethrower.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna do. I can't. Sorry, I can't do that either. I activate Program Mars. The Guardian's battle exosuit takes on a fiery red metallic glow. This new form grants all attacks made will now carry burn, +2/+2 temporary armor rating. The Guardian has favorable on all attacks as long as he's in this form.
Wow.
So that's your bonus.
Yeah, and then I pass.
So you basically set yourself on fire.
Yeah, so
It was the best possible outcome.
So that's ready for the next one then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll buff his other attacks. Basically, it
yeah,
sounds like.
I'm gonna be able to buff my
So
other attacks.
we got to kill him this turn.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it, dude. That was gonna be so awesome. And I rolled 2d6 and I 2'd and 3'd.
Yes, Jonah's safe for now.
Stupid Jonah.
Jonah's
With
Good,
that,
because he's my body shield.
yeah, with that, it is
Doc.
the other groups. No, the other group.
Oh.
Rev, are you ready?
Yes.
They're all
Sure.
going to attack you.
Oh, okay. All the guys that I revealed myself to.
All 9 guys are going to attack you. You're right there.
Yeah. Are all 9? Are the 2 that I attacked
They're going
able
to
to
come
attack?
at horrible, unfavorable
Okay.
to do anything towards you because essentially you shattered
Screwed up their
arms,
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
just
Nice.
going to do some AP buster shots, which is just single shots. No, 2-round burst shots to you. They all
Okay.
turn just to see this, and it's just like it's like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid at the end, where they come out and it's just like hail of gunfire.
No. All
Okay,
right.
so here's the first one. The first one hits.
Ugh.
I had to 1d8. I don't have a d8 here. Yes, I do. Okay. 1d8 plus 6. You take 8 points of damage.
Okay. And my armor does take away from this, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you said 8 damage.
Yep, that's 1.
That's
The
2.
second guy misses.
Yes.
The third guy misses.
Yeah.
The fourth guy hits. Ooh. You take 11 points of damage.
Okay. 6 is 5. Okay.
Just a tickle.
The sixth guy hits.
Ugh.
You take 11 points of damage.
Yikes. 5.
The seventh guy misses. And then the 2 guys will try to attempt to do something at where I can only, which would be unfavorable. So at this point, I can only roll 6 to hit.
Okay.
They rolled a 5, so it's a miss for them. And the other guy rolled a straight 1.
He fell over on his face, and I started laughing at him.
He tries to get up, and he's just like, oh! Back down.
Okay.
Yep, and that is all the dirty mongrels.
Oh,
The
well,
other- the other
I-
two-
my
the other
AoE
two-
taunt worked.
Yeah, the other two
Yeah, it
guys are
did.
just like in this firefight with like the remaining residents of Bighorn are just like, take them down. And they start to charge them. They're just like, oh.
Yeah.
With that, Doc, you are up.
I'm like riddled with like 3 different holes. Like,
We lost. Go ahead, Doc. You are muted.
yeah, I can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
I got this weird feeling that when Rufus was about to attack, he wasn't just aiming for Otis.
As
Call me
much-
crazy, but I
as he
felt a
goes-
little threatened. I felt a little threatened. And I thought this was a one-on-one match, and he just totally threw that idea out the window. So he, right
Can't
now,
trust this guy.
live or
Yeah,
die
it
is
is.
my number one target, and I want him to die. So I'm gonna whip out a sticky grenade.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the sticky grenade at him
Okay.
to try and keep him stuck. Basically, I read the description. I guess it just sticks, and then he like grows and
Yeah.
keeps him like whatever. Now, since we were all attacked, does that give me? Because I wrote the note here: advanced accuracy roll 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. When someone next to you is being attacked at the beginning of a turn, you naturally regain exhaust. Have upper hand. Does that apply to anything?
You're not exactly next to Otis. At this
Okay.
stage. You're behind, and you stayed behind as Otis did his RP walk. If you could rev RP walk. Yep. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, I stayed behind, but I was still close enough to be within range of Rufus.
Yeah, you could probably do something if you're tossing something.
Was I in between them two,
I
or am
have-
I
No,
right
no,
next to
you're,
Otis?
you
I
popped
can-
up. You and Jonah popped up right next to Otis.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a range of 25 feet with this.
Okay, then you're gonna have to get closer. You'll have to move
Okay.
closer to toss it.
Then I'll move closer. I guess my maximum distance 40 feet.
Okay. You're in
And,
a position that you can toss it, like loft it over the 3 guys in front of you. Well, the 2 guys, because Jonah's small. You can loft.
Okay.
You can loft it over Jonah's head, and try to.
Oh. Is that what you said?
What?
I'm directly behind Jonah and
Yeah,
Otis.
you're coming up behind them. That's essentially where you're at. Yeah.
All right. Well, I could just huck it, do a pitch right over Otis's head.
Go
So I
ahead.
roll a 6, D6.
Yep. Otis jumps. Hits him in the back of the head.
6. It's a 6.
Okay, you fling it over Otis's head. And
Great
you,
shot.
And you hit him.
And then
Tell me what it does.
it basically keeps him planted
Okay, does it do any
and
damage?
makes him immobile.
Okay.
I don't believe it does any damage. It just he can't really move.
Gotcha. Okay. If
Damn
tossed
it, I
at
had
the
it
feet
up
of an
right here.
enemy, causes extremely sticky residue that seems to grow and grow, slowing down a target's movements, fully impairing them. Okay. Yep.
So he now is
He
pretty much kind of stuck.
He cannot move. He's
Okay.
completely a sticky residue as it hits him, just kind of like oozes out of this thing and just kind of like creates almost like a concrete surface around his legs that enable him to move. And he's like, "Ugh, what the hell is this boy? Tricks and gadgets."
So is that considered a bonus and a main right there? What I just
No,
did?
It's just a bonus.
Just a bonus. All right, I'm going to now. I'm gonna throw a. I'm gonna hook one of my. I think I don't know how many dynamo discs I have. I think I have one left.
You have one. Yeah.
I'm gonna hook that at him
Okay.
and try to
I like
blind him.
because you can't move 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead. You get advanced accuracy.
Yeah, one.
You gotta like take this.
Oh wait! Prep trumps luck.
Okay. Are you spending the exhaust to keep doing that?
I am. Yeah, I've been keeping track of that.
Okay. Yep. Then you can do it.
So, come on. 2.
+1. Yeah.
Wow.
You go to like take this thing and you just chuck it over. Like the sticky grenade was just like money. That was like the perfect throw, Fernando Valenzuela. And then you threw this one and just kind of like, because it's a disc, it kind of goes, just sails over.
So now I have none of those.
Now you have none, unless you want to go pick it
Excellent.
up because it didn't go
Fall
off.
I will somehow.
Okay.
I can't do that now though because I've already moved, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably in the middle of all these,
Yeah.
big dudes I'm fighting over here, is my guess.
Yeah, well,
Rev's like fighting these guys. You take a shot, and this thing goes. He's like,
Part of my, I mean, I was hoping to immobilize him for other attacks as well. So
Okay.
have at him.
Yeah. Either way, he cannot move. He's got to roll to see if he can get out. Voldo and Otis, what would you guys like to do? Just Voldo first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so can I banish him?
I mean, you can try.
Okay, so it's not immune.
I'm always, you can, with anything is you can try. You can't ask me if you can or not. You can try.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was reading through. Okay, you know what? Let's try Banishment Rift. Okay. Let me first knock down the exhaust.
He banishes
Okay.
Jonah.
And it's a 4, 5, or a 6?
I would give you a 4, 5, or 6. Sure, advanced accuracy.
Okay.
He is unable to move.
4.
Oh,
Wow.
Just
4.
gets the tail
Okay.
end of the garbage rolls.
Dude. Okay, so what is that? It says he has 2 rolls to not be banished, basically.
Yeah, into eternity.
Yeah.
Okay, so you again, Otis. He just created a rift to essentially, and he walked right through him and Jonah. I can never forget Jonah.
Huh.
Jonah's so tough to walk through that rift.
He's my protege now.
Yeah, and it disappears, and he slashes at what is obviously the world before him, creating another tear, very much like the one that you saw with Miko. This one stays, and it starts to pull Rufus in, or at least tries to. But Rufus is essentially stuck, and he's just kind of being like tilted, pulled, as you're kind of like seeing him like struggle to maintain. But some of his armor is now being ripped off and
Nice.
being tossed into the rift and the ether itself.
So the stickiness isn't all that great now, right? Because
Well,
it's keeping him.
it's keeping him stuck, and he tried to banish him. But I mean, his armor's being ripped off of him because something.
Yeah,
has
it's only
to give.
affecting him.
Yeah.
Not. Yeah.
Is there anything
Well,
else
armor's
you'd like
good.
to do?
What was that?
Is there anything else you'd like to do? The rift is open, and it's trying to banish him.
That's a main.
Okay, I thought that would. So how does that work? How do I know if it actually banishes him or not?
Once he goes into the rift.
Oh, okay. I guess then as my second move, I'm going to pull off another blood arrow. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do max of 9 vitality points.
Shit, go for it. 4, 5, or 6.
Minus 9. Okay. 6. roll that again. 2, 5. Okay, so I got 2. Okay, so what was that? 2d8 plus 4. 6. 6.
6, 6, 12.
18.
6 and 16, is it not?
16.
12 plus
6
4,
and
16.
6. Yeah, 6 and 6 is
16.
12. Yeah, 18. 16. Okay. So you just fire a arrow point blank right into this guy.
Yeah. Also trying to push him into the rift a little bit.
Yeah. Are you trying to hit him at his exposed areas
Yes.
to avoid damage? Okay.
Wherever specifically if his chest has been material
It's more
has
just
been
like
pulled
shoulders
away.
and arms at this point are being ripped off.
Okay. Let's go as close to his heart as we can. That's
Okay.
open.
Oh wow. Okay.
Now, if I were the Rift, I wouldn't be satisfied with just a few pieces of armor. I would want a limb or two.
Well, maybe you let me finish before.
Yeah, I was gonna say the rift is supposed to pull him all the way in, possibly.
Good point.
If that is the case, because you're hitting him with so much force and it's that close, you fire this directly into him, and it like shears off like his arm, and just it carries right into the rift.
Holy crap!
So he's like completely missing an arm at this point. More armor is being ripped off, and the sticky grenade gives. And he tries to grab hold of the side of the rift, holding himself in.
And then Jonah.
He is barely holding on, Otis. He is just like clawing, scratching, just goes, no.
What is he holding on to?
The size, the lift of the rift itself.
Oh.
Volo, you have no other actions because you created the rift and then you fired again.
Yeah, I was a man in a bonus.
Otis, you're up.
Finish him off, Otis.
I'm gonna.
Otis takes Jonah, picks him up, and just goes, "Here's your chance, boy."
Fucking
Just take off his other arm. Just take off his other arm.
Jonah just headbutts Rufus.
Just sacrifice yourself, Jonah. It's for the greater good.
What do you do, Otis?
I'm gonna take my pistol and I'm gonna do Deadeye.
You've never seen this side of him. He's actually screaming. No. He's vulnerable.
With a smile, I'm just gonna pull up my pistol and I'm gonna do Deadeye.
On his fingers?
On his hand, his exposed hand, I imagine. It's exposed completely.
Yeah, so most of him's in the rift, right? He's just kind
Most of him is being pulled and sucked into the rift.
Oh. Right.
It's pretty much just his hand that is keeping him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Go ahead.
And is this AA?
Absolutely. It's not. He can't do anything.
Well,
I can imagine you just like fighting in the back, just going, shoot, cast it into the fire.
Well, I missed that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. But that was my bonus.
Okay.
I'm going to use hasted assault, where an ally can get to make a main. Oh wait, that was your bonus?
Yeah, it was a bonus.
Oh, sorry. This is for a main attack. Never mind. Sorry.
With missing that in anger, this fucking bug is back. Hold on.
Send it to the rift.
I don't know where he went now. He's big. Can't kill him. Damn it.
Did you want to use hasted assault to help him? Is that what you're trying to do?
That's what I wanted to do, but it's for a main attack immediately. So since that was a bonus,
if you would have held something to do it, then I would have let you do it. But you've already done yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad.
I think I'm just gonna, in anger, I'm gonna punch my pistol and I'm gonna bring it back up and I'm gonna quick trigger.
Go for it. 4, 5, and 6.
5, 6. 4.
Yes.
That hits.
Yes. That hits. Okay. Jesus Christ. Three burn.
What's the damage?
3.
3 plus burn.
Yeah.
Right on his little digits.
Right on his little fingers.
3 little damage.
That was terrible.
That's 3 fingers. That's 3 fingers right there.
You fire those shots directly at him.
Smile on my
I'm
face.
sorry, forgive me. While smiling,
Yes.
he looks you in the eyes. Now his mask sheared right off. And you
Yes.
see the face of your stepfather, uncle,
Brother, sister,
daughter-in-law,
mother.
brother, sister-in-law, pet, poodle, watcher, dog, walker, Rufus Titanus, and you see the scarred face of the battle that you remember when he had with your father before he killed him. And you fire and you shoot at his hand, and it rips his middle digit off.
Oof.
And he starts to slip into the
Yes.
void.
Yes.
I will allow you
My movement.
your movement. What would you like to do?
I want to run and bum rush and push him in.
Pistol whip his finger.
Do the poison hand touch of death on his fingers.
As you do that, you bum rush him. You're just slamming yourself into him?
Into his hand, yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's hanging on, right?
He's put a step on his head. He's
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah,
ow,
you don't.
ow,
You don't want to go in with him.
No, you're not coming back.
All right, drop kick his hand.
Well, the problem is those are attacks, and you don't have an attack.
That's why I said bum rush, because I'm running.
So you're just
Using my
trying
body.
you're just trying to
Push.
You got to tell me exactly. A push would be an. Oh yeah. Here's the thing. Roll power. What'd you got?
20.
Oh shit. Roll a 5. Rev. Otis.
Yes.
Rev. Doc. Voldo. Jonah. Sees Otis merely drop his gun and just go. And just start running. Arms out. Arms out towards Rufus. And not essentially attacking him. Just, it's like football stiff arm. And he just like stiffens up and he just runs into him, pushing ever so gently with power.
with 20
Yes.
pounds.
With 20
Yes.
power. Rufus Titanus into the void.
Nice.
He slips and disappears.
But
But
There's about.
Shit.
he does get a chance to get out of the void.
But he's missing arms and fingers and everything, and arms, so
But it's Rev's turn.
hey, there we go.
Rev,
So as his attack move, he can try and get out of it.
I have
Is that what you're saying?
that's part of the banishment is I have the ability to try to roll out.
If I banish somebody, they have the ability to roll out.
Okay.
Need
Well, I
to
see that
roll
they're all
2
having a-
successes or I'm lost forever in time.
Okay. So am I up with my attack here?
Rev, you're up.
All right. I noticed they're all having a good time over there. Before I do my attack, I say, a little help, please, because I got like 9 guys attacking me. So, with my next main attack, I want to Fury of the Jackal the next 2 guys down the line to try
Okay.
to knock their arms out. So I'm just trying to disable all these guys.
Sure, go ahead.
So this is my Fury of the Jackal, where I quickly slash up to 2 targets if adjacent. So. Oh my god. I rolled a 1, 2, and 3 on all 3 of them.
Good rolls.
All right.
Fatalities.
I'm going to use hasted assault so that me or an ally gets to make a main attack again immediately
Oh,
at
go
one
right
exhaust. So,
ahead. Go
Good
ahead.
thing I used the bonus.
Yep.
yes, good thing I didn't have to use it on you. All right, let's see if I can hit these two guys this time.
You got it. Go for it. It's just now. It's just 5 and 6 though.
Right,
Because
right.
they completely have turned towards you.
Okay. All right, I rolled 2 6s and a 4.
Oof, that's heavy.
All right, so I hit these guys, and so I'm going to choose to hit 2 different guys, both in the arm again, trying to
Sure.
disarm,
Okay,
basically.
go for it.
And this is, again, it is 2. Sorry, let me remind myself the damage. 2d10 plus 5. Plus 2 and a 2. So 4 plus 5. So 9 plus 1. So 10 damage to one guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty crappy one.
That's such a low damage output for Rev.
I know it is. For 2d10
Oh, to me,
plus
that's
5.
exciting.
Ooh, here we go.
For
7 plus
Doc,
6.
that's just like
15.
it's fireworks for Doc.
3,
He's like, I
5,
can sticky grenade with the
15.
best of them.
plus 1. All right, 19. 19 on the
for
other
second
guy.
one? Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
the same thing happens with these two. You go for joints as well. You see that one kind of shears through more than the other, and the other guy was able to kind of see it deflects a little bit, but still
Okay.
kind of like gets him. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or?
Well, hasted assault is a bonus, so
And the other
that
one's
basically
made.
uses my bone.
You
Huh?
can move, so you have the ability.
Oh, I
to move.
can move. Okay. After I shear those two guys, I want to move towards my friends, keeping the crippled guys between me and the other one.
Okay, you can do that.
Like as body shields from them shooting me as I'm trying to get to where I might actually have some
Okay.
help.
Not a problem. With that, is that it?
Yeah, that's all. 40 feet is as much as I can
Voldo,
move.
you do see that your little army has now completely taken down those two mercenaries.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just like beating them, and just like
Yeah.
ching, ching, bing, bing,
Yeah.
just
Wow,
beating
nice.
the living snot out of them.
Can I yell at them to grab all their guns?
Sure.
All right, tell them to grab all the guns.
They can't figure out how to get it off.
All
These
right.
are like mounted. They're just kind of like dragging guys, and they're like, "Why doesn't this come off?"
All right, then you know what? Tell them to come over and join us because we got some more shit to deal with.
The explosions start to get closer and closer and closer to you, gentlemen. Now, everybody roll athletics.
18.
18 as well.
Wow,
20
Doc,
plus 3.
Doc.
I've got the quickness of a sloth, and I rolled a 3.
Doc, take 9 points of damage as a concussive blast explodes directly next to you, tossing you about 5-6 feet.
Well played.
All the other guys see the blast coming and are able to move out of the way. And
Just
avoid it.
matrixing all over the place today.
Friendly fire, no doubt.
Of course. Okay, so you've taken down 4. There was 9, so there's 5 guys left who are so angry at you.
They're so pissed off. I keep just knocking guys' arms out. Stabbing him in the elbow.
They're going to attack you. They're going to. Yeah, they're going to. 2 of them will move closer to Otis, Voldo, and Jonah because of what they just did to their leader.
That's a bad move for them.
They get within range, and they both do rain down the pain. So they both jump up, and they're going to all hit and attack up to 4 people. So that's going to be Otis, Voldo, Jonah, and Doc.
Well,
Doc's
didn't
just got walloped.
the blast knock me out of range?
Up to 4. Up to 4
I'm
people
out of
and
range,
they can
right?
see you. Up to 4 people and they can see you. The first one hits 6. The second one hits 5. Yes, payback time, doctor. Your sticky bombs don't go around here.
So wait, so it's
5 and 6.
it's 11 total that we take
that
off?
means both my guys hit. So
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Now
now
to
I'm
do
gonna
damage.
do damage. So it's 1d8.
They
plus
hit
2.
everybody.
Yep.
Can I do advanced dodge right now in response?
Is it? Can you do it in response?
Yeah.
Forgot to put the shield on again. It's great.
I have.
I'll
one.
let you. If you guys have it, I'll let you do it. But on
I
your
do.
turn, you don't get your bonuses because they cost bonuses, and you'd already done.
okay.
You'd already had done your stuff.
Okay.
So if you're okay with losing the bonus, then you can do it.
How much?
No,
damage was it
I'm
gonna
good.
do?
I'll wait.
It was 11 damage.
Well, not yet. I haven't done any damage yet.
Oh.
Um,
Can I wait to see the damage?
no. You take 16 points of damage.
All of us?
Yes, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to spend the extra exhaust, another +2. So 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna advance dodge that bad boy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm rolling a d12. What is that? D12, I think.
I think-
You
4.
said 6.
Well, hold on a second. What does advanced dodge do? Got to tell me, guys.
Evade an attack 2x per day. Roll d12. Odd number, you take half damage. Even number, you take 0 damage. -1 exhaust.
Okay, what did you get? Did you get an odd?
I got a 4.
So you take half
So-
damage.
No, the odd numbers I take are half damage.
Oh, you get 0?
Yeah, 0 damage, but I lose 1 exhaust.
Okay. Otis, are you going to take the damage?
It was
Let's use-
16. You said,
It's 16 plus 6.
and my AR
22.
block armor
Yeah.
rating blocks that.
Yep.
And what is the shield give that the doc put on me?
What is it? What a doctor? What does your shield give him? It
It
absorbs
basically
full. It absorbs
yeah, it
full, right?
absorbs full damage for 1 turn.
Okay.
Boom.
So you take 0 damage, doctor. You
Nice.
do not have the shield on you because you did not put it on yourself. So do you have hasted assault?
No,
No, I'm sorry. Do you have advanced dodge?
I do not.
Haha, good. 22 points of damage minus your AR.
Is that in addition to the 16?
No, it's 22 total. I said 16, and then he said he wanted to wait, and then I said another +6.
Okay.
So it's
Which is
22
20
minus
which-
whatever your armor.
Is that 22?
You rolled 16 and
yes,
it's +6.
yeah. 22 minus whatever your AR is. So what do you good with that? You're okay with that number?
Well, no, but I did it.
Okay, I'm just saying you got the calculations though. That's what I'm asking.
It's the same as it would have been. Well,
Okay.
the same.
All right.
He's not
I
dead.
forgot to consider my armor when it was 16, so it actually just puts it back to where it was. So
Okay. That's for one guy. The other guy hit, so I'm gonna do the damage for him.
oh wait, no.
So you ready? This one's less. So it's 12, and he's gonna do 6 as well. So it's 18.
Ooh. Ow.
So 18 more.
Yes.
Well, I'm in the negative now, so I'm already I'm long dead.
Okay. So you're not dead. You only
I'm at negative 16 vitality.
negative doesn't do anything in this game.
Oh,
If you get to 0, that means you're unconscious.
okay.
Did you? This one you do take.
Yes.
That one, the shield ate only the first one. Voldo, you have to roll again. No, you have to take the damage because you did hasted assault before.
I did advanced dodge, but I can do it twice a day.
Why do I keep saying advanced hasted assault? If you would like to do the advanced dodge again, go ahead.
Yeah, might as well. It's the last one of the season. 2.
Oh,
2.
he dodges it again. This guy's a gymnast. And with that, you take absolutely 0 damage. But you do notice that Doc has fallen, and
Okay.
Otis just took a lot of damage.
And what can I do about that?
Do you have any? Do you have a salve or anything that you can give him?
My sheet's at home. I don't know what I have.
Yeah, I can't help you with any of that.
Okay. Oh my
That's-
god!
That's a big bug, dude. That's disgusting.
Burn that shit, man.
What was it?
I don't know.
Doc would have gone. Now it's Voldo or Otis.
Baldo.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the main guy, he's still in the rift, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's nothing I can do to stop that. Shit, I guess I will. And how many of the other guys? There's how many guys left?
They're all fighting him. 5. Well,
5?
essentially, there's 9. He hasn't killed anybody, but 4 of the guys are seriously incapacitated.
Okay.
5 guys. There's 2 guys in front of you and 3 guys that are still with Rev.
Okay. So you know what? You know what? Hold on, let me check one thing real quick.
Yeah, dude, gotta do it fast. We don't have a lot of time here, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Idiot for not having my papers with me.
While he's doing that, Otis. What do you want to do?
Okay, here we go.
I want to let out a rallying cry,
Okay.
which is instill motivation in your ally, storing half their expended exhaust back to them, or roll a d20, which I want to do.
Go for it.
And on any roll of 19 or 20, restore full exhaust.
Okay.
And I got a 19.
Wow.
Oh, full exhaust.
You all
Nice.
get full exhaust back.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
All of
Wow.
it
All of
because
us?
because
Yeah.
of because of
Oh, dude, you
Otis.
just saved me so much.
Okay, that's exhaust, but not vitality, right?
Not vitality.
No,
Yeah.
but if
Yeah.
if you get picked up, you
Hell
would have
yeah.
full exhaust.
Okay.
I forgot what I started. I think it's 18. So
Otis has a salve, and so does Rev.
I also have an ability, so
I was only down.
I don't have a
3
salve
exhaust,
You
but
don't
that
have-
still helps.
Okay.
I have a plan for Doc.
Good.
Okay, so
what do you want to do?
my
Aldo?
turn then?
Yep. Gotta do it fast. Come on.
okay,
I'm going to hold
so
my main.
Okay.
I'm gonna do matter of death.
Okay.
Okay, so if I roll a 5 or a 6, one of those guys is decapitated, instantly dead. If I roll a 3 or a 4, then I roll 1d10 plus 3.
Okay. So you have to try to
Okay.
hit first. So
Yeah,
5 or 6 to hit,
5.
and you hit. Now you gotta roll a d6 again to see what you do for matter of death.
2.
Which one is 2?
D10 plus something.
No, actually, that one is a reckless, unstable rift that tries to engulf everyone on the battlefield. Success roll, you remain on the field. Fail roll, you are engulfed until you make a success.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, guys.
Your
CPK.
refs are
Hey, it also takes away the bad guys, though, right?
It could.
That's everyone on the battlefield.
So with that, Volo creates another rift.
Oh, he already did it. He didn't have to roll to do it.
No, he
did.
rolled. He rolled.
he
He creates another
successfully
rift.
did it.
Unfortunately, this rift, as of the other ones he had, were relatively stable, and he had control of this one. This one is completely uncontrollable, and it starts to suck everything in to this rift. Rev, Otis, Doc, Voldo. What do I have to roll to decide if I get?
Yeah, it doesn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
19 or 20.
Yeah, it's usually a. We're gonna do a d20 roll here.
A D20 roll to see if we get sucked in.
Yep.
What is this one called? This one's called Banishment Rift.
No, this is called Matter of Death.
Oh, Matter of
Yeah.
Death. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a success roll. So,
Okay.
Rev, please roll first.
Roll a d20.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know what I got to roll, but let's do it. I rolled a 3.
Rev, you start to find yourself pulled into the rift.
I never
Otis.
liked this Voldo guy.
Otis, roll a d20.
You only lose 1 vitality per turn in the rift.
Yeah.
9.
Otis, you start to find yourself pulled into the rift. Doc, you automatically, because you can't do anything, find yourself pulled into the rift. The other guys all get pulled into the rift. So everybody that
God.
is on here, Jonah, Rev, I'll let you roll for Jonah.
Oh,
Jonah.
Jonah, come on, save us.
Voldo got pulled into.
We're
It
about to find
actually-
out. We're about to find
14.
Yeah, I need to find out. I need to roll.
14.
out. Jonah does not get pulled into the rift.
Oh.
Nice.
Voldo,
He's our ace in the hole.
Voldo, roll a d20.
He's a
16.
survivor.
Voldo does not get pulled into the rift.
Of course he would. Of course he wouldn't.
Purpose.
As Rev, as everybody, all the mercenaries, hold on. The other group of residents of Bighorn all get pulled into the rift.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Serves him right.
For helping us. Yeah.
That was my mini. That was my
For
mercenary.
For hanging with the
army.
likes of us.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and about
20.
about 20 all go into the rift. You're in blackness. And this rift is almost like a darkened containment cube that Voldo has created. That it's somewhere in the ether between space and time, but you're not subjected and you're not bound by space and time. You're merely like in purgatory. If that's the best way to do it. With that, you gain 20 points of vitality back, Voldo, because you share away vitality for everybody that goes into your.
And we all take 1 off, correct?
And everybody takes 1 off.
Yeah. Okay.
I will take that. I now have full vitality and full exhaust. Thank you, Otis.
God. This assassin just assassinated everybody on the field.
Hey, don't play fair.
Rufus unsuccessfully makes his roll to get out of the banishment. Rufus will
He still
try
has-
again.
Yeah. Okay.
So falls Rufus Titanimus.
Cash money, y'all.
With that,
We
That's
live.
worth. That's worth all my fuck ups right there.
That's 1,500 checks.
Voldo.
The North is mine.
With that,
Ah.
you see your
Winterfeld.
you see your banishment rift collapse
Nice.
and close, and you know that forever Rufus Titanimus is lost in space and time.
I'm gonna go take a piss right on the spot that I closed off.
If only Otis were here to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to release them from their?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a d20
Yeah.
for me.
15.
Oh yeah. Each one of you kind of just like a bright light opens up in this darkened void, and you just feel yourself. Initially, when you felt yourself sucked into the void, you're sucked back out into the
We're
into the
thrown up.
world itself and thrown, and you're just like spit out and just like flop onto the ground. Each one of you. Not exactly sure what just happened,
No.
but everybody roll.
But they're pretty
awareness.
sure it was me.
Yeah, but they're
Awareness.
absolutely sure it was Voldo.
I rolled 10 awareness.
10 awareness.
5.
15.
15. 5.
5,
Vol-
10,
Volder-
15.
Voldo, roll.
Well, I can't roll. I'm actually unconscious, so
That's a good point.
10.
I'm aware of nothing. I had no clue about. I didn't know about the rift.
10 point. Okay. Just you, Rev. You do see where Doc has been spit back out into the world.
Okay.
Do you hope to do anything for him? As Otis,
I would-
you know.
Wait, did the enemies come with us back?
No, they're gone.
No.
Oh, that's not good.
Only our friends.
I rolled for them, and he has the ability to put back out people that
My
he wants to put-
mercenary army is back, and you guys,
Well,
and that's it.
I see that
Go ahead, Rev.
Doc is unconscious, and I would like to use my blessing of the wolf
Oh.
to begin a shamanistic chant in a low hum to the spirits to bring rejuvenation to its weary cybernetic soul. But I can use it on an ally that does a full heal and half expended exhaust back once per day. So I don't know if I have to roll for this.
You do not.
Cyberjackal.
Okay.
You do not, because it's only one time per day, right?
Yes, it is.
You see that Rev starts to chant, almost a slow chant of prayer. And with that, life and breath is brought back into you, Doc. And you wake up and you see Rev sitting next to you in his shamanistic trance.
Where's my hat? Oh, okay.
Otis,
What the hell just happened?
Voldo, do you tell him it? Oh, well.
What are you doing?
I let
Yeah.
them all wake up first.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna let them stay confused for a while.
We'll find out here.
So what did that do to me actually?
I brought you back to full health.
Full health.
Full health?
Yeah.
Full
You
health
had
and half
full
expended
exhaust.
exhaust, but you already had your
But you
exhaust.
already had full exhaust back.
Yeah.
Due to the good Otis here. Otis, you see that the rift itself is closed. And that Rufus Titanimus is nowhere to be seen.
So I know that's final. No, right?
Voldo can confirm it or cannot confirm it. It is.
Yeah,
his
I'm not
rift.
gonna say anything. They gotta ask me questions.
I just want to know what happened. Last thing I remember was
You
last
got
thing I
knocked
remember was
unconscious.
Rufus. Where is everybody? What the hell's going on?
I'm gonna drop down.
And Rev, what were you doing when I woke up?
I was bringing you back to life, you ungrateful doctor.
What? Had I known, God bless you. Thank you.
God, I help a guy out. All he did is accuse me
No,
of
I
stealing his hat.
wake up,
My
I
God.
see you doing this weird stuff, and I didn't know. I had no idea it had something to do with me.
All right,
Thank you
I'm
very
a spiritual
much.
man, okay?
Thank you.
Spiritual.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain to them what happened, but I'm gonna lie a little bit, but they're not gonna know. Okay, so basically, what happened was you guys all remember that banishment rift that we tried to get rid of Rufus with, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, there just happened to be a little side effect that ended up sucking pretty much everybody except me into the rift as well.
Jonah just goes,
Convenient.
me too.
And I managed to bring all of you guys back while leaving Rufus and his cronies in the rift. So Rufus is no more, and we are all back.
Roll
And he hears
persuasion.
Rufus.
Roll persuasion, Voldo.
16.
6.
It's enough for you to accept that there might be some plausibility of what he's saying, but you do feel like there's like this part that's being omitted but you're just like I don't know if I care at this point. Rufus is dead. Rev though is really kind of like
I don't trust him. I just don't trust him.
there's something that
All right, so I'm
doesn't
going to cast
add up.
Banishment Rift on Rev.
With that, you start to notice a devil jet start to make a beeline directly towards you.
Rev wants to go to where the rift of that banished Rufus to, and wants to kneel down and see if the finger that Otis blew off is still there as proof of his death.
You do know I took a piss right at that spot too.
Don't even care.
Okay.
He can't
He
smell
has
things.
no clue.
Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't have the ability to smell. It is.
All right.
Hearing and sight, I'm great. Smell, not so.
It is there.
It is there. I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna walk over to Otis. I'm gonna grab his hand and put the finger in Otis's hand.
I'm gonna smell it.
It smells acidic.
That's like a middle finger from beyond the grave.
Yeah, it is. Is it bloody or is
It
it?
is.
It is.
Yeah.
Just down the middle of my face.
Yes.
Damn. I'm just gonna look at him like, wow, you
As-
broken. They're all the same.
As that happens, again, that devil jet comes up and lands right next to you. And then on the loudspeaker, it's Jen, and Jenny.
A little late to the fucking party.
And they're just like, we've been told by Tyrion to pick you up and get you out of here. You want to jump in, guys? Unfortunately, it's got a ton of wasteland fuel in here. There's not a lot of room.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get on this.
I'm gonna stay with the kids.
Which she says that they can take you all. There's not.
Oh,
a
they
lot
can
of-
fit the kids.
Yeah, there's not
Not
a
a kids.
lot.
Not a lot of kids
There-
left.
They're all just gonna have to sit on top of just kegs of wasteland
That's-
fuel.
yeah, kegs of wasteland fuel. As
We
the
can-
party
we can
bus is
drink
here.
it. We can drink the wasteland fuel.
Sure.
All right.
As it happens, I need Otis Rev to roll awareness.
Okay.
7.
12.
Roll awareness again, Otis, at unfavorable.
17.
Is that at unfavorable?
It's -3, right?
Yep. Otis, you turn around to see a blur. Right as you feel something pass through you. It drives you to the ground immediately. You don't know what you just saw. But you saw something in a blur pass right by you. And you look down to see a very elongated blade sticking through you. Blood starts to pour out. And it hits you what you saw. You saw the face of Walter. As you start to crumble to the ground. Walter emerges from Mirage in front of you, Rev.
No fucking honor in that.
Slides his blade out and looks at you and says, and when you see him, you see that his face is scarred up. And he takes the blade that's of Otis's blood and he taps it in front of you and just goes, "This is my payment for betraying the bond, but I would do it again. Get out of here." But unfortunately for him, he can't go anywhere. And he slices down and beheads Otis Dirtbanger in front of you. Miko emerges from a rift, grabs Walter, pulls him through, and they disappear. And with that, we're going to end our session here this evening.
Telling you, frickin' Walter, man. Every time, frickin' Walter.
Fuck Walter.
For our
I
finale
know.
here, we want to thank everybody who hung out with us this evening for a little bit longer than we usually go, and especially for these gentlemen. I want to thank you guys all for hanging out with us this whole season, and including the break that we had there to kind of like work things out. We were able to get Mike and Shane here, and just really thankful about that.
Thanks, guys.
This is the season finale. We'll be back sometime in about a month and a week or somewhere down there. I will keep you informed on Twitter, as well as I'll give information to these guys when we'll get back together here. This is Otis's / Burgher_TV's last session here tonight.
Much love, Otis.
Had to go out like Ned Stark, right? Is that Ned Stark? Did I get that?
Yeah.
I did not want to kill Otis, but when I made him roll the first time, that was to determine if it was going to happen or not.
Nice. I like that. Yeah,
And
awesome. Gambler.
He rolled the 7, which unfortunately was going to allow Walter to come into the game. But he was able to turn around and see Walter do it to him as Otis Dirtbanger breathes his last, at least as far as we know.
Are we supposed to know what bond he was broken he was talking about?
The bond that was broken was the deal that the Whisper Queen made with Marvis Falcone, who made it with Rufus Titanimus, and that he would not betray that. Whisper Queen commands Miko and commands
Walter.
And their deal is they were lent out to work for the Rufus Titanimus and not to go against or betray. By letting Rev go with the slaves, he betrayed that.
By letting Rev go what?
By letting you go in the quarries as well as taking the slaves, he betrayed that. That's not what Marvis Falcorn or Rufus Titanimus wanted. I do believe last session somebody tells you that Walter had been summoned back to San Dormo to pay for that. And that's with the scars that were upon him. That he was beaten and scarred, and in order to make amends, which is to eliminate that what Rufus Titanimus wanted eliminated in the end.
I got you.
So Rufus
that makes
Titanimus,
sense.
no matter what, had a backup.
He had an ace in the hole with
if
Walter.
If he did fall, that he had the chance to kill Otis, and I allowed Burgher to give the roll, the gamble, to see if that happened to him or not, or he would continue on.
And I rolled awareness, and if Rev had rolled well, maybe he could have blocked it or something. I don't know.
That's why I let Rev roll.
At least Rufus went down in style. All right. That was a good way to finish him off.
Otis or Rufus?
Rufus and Otis, actually. But I think we had a pretty good fight against Rufus.
As far as we know, to anybody who's watching, Otis is still there. He's still on the ground.
Just minus a head.
Just minus his head.
Heads are totally overrated.
Heads are totally overrated. Nobody really
Doc,
needs that.
get working on that.
Yeah.
So we're putting his head in a jar.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
And we
He's the next Futurama president.
They carry it around with everyone. You're just like, hey guys, I don't really need my body. I killed Rufus. But we want to thank everybody who was hanging out with us. We want to thank so much Rand. Thank you so much, brother, for this great season. Rev is really evolving into a holy man now, it seems.
Yeah, he's getting more and more taking care of the kids and leading a congregation or something. I don't know.
Shane, good sir, thank you so much for playing the good doctor here. Unfortunately,
Thanks for having me.
You've seen a
Always a
beheading
pleasure,
now.
man.
You've actually died. Well, you didn't officially die. You were KO'd for a while, and you saw Otis beheaded. That's a lot of death that you've seen.
He like comes back too, and I'm.
Yeah, he's just like, hey guys, what happens? Wait a minute, what just happened again?
Well, and then I feel this inexplicable like weight lifted off because I've always harbored some sort of
course,
he's one of the broken. I can't stand the broken, but at the same time, he was an ally. So
Indeed. Mike, thank you so much, brother, for hanging out.
We
this
had that
season.
long conversation.
Yes, you guys, you had a conversation. He put a hand on your shoulder and wished you the best. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Mike, for hanging out and being part of this season. Voldo's
Had a blast.
awesome. Unfortunately,
Had a blast.
you, well, you know what? You have a protege now in Jonah. Jonah's like
Yep.
looking at you, just going, "Yeah, man, whatever."
I'm cool with
you
that.
should rename him Siegfried and give him a giant sword.
And Burgher, good sir, thank you so much, brother, for everything. Thank you so much for being here from the beginning, man. And just Otis was a tremendous character. I love Otis to death.
I do too, man. I've loved what you've done here, man. This has been truly a blast. Like, fucking awesome. When we first started talking about this and planning this, I can't even forget that. Like the whole process, it's just been a blast. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you to Ryan. Thank you to everybody, man. Even Eli when it's been real fun. Yep.
Yeah, Otis, you were watching them the first time. You were the one who I was just like, oh, dude, I love this guy. You know, like, I'm definitely gonna be joining this because
The loose
this
cannon
guy
is
looks
always
fun.
the most fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna be missed,
thank
man.
you.
He shocked me more than once.
Absolutely.
That's the
We
point.
want to thank you all for hanging out with us this evening. We will see you down the road. Check my Twitter at Mr. Shogi 3000. You can always check these good sirs at. Actually, tell them where they can find you, good sirs. My streaming Chili Dog Gang brethren.
Rand118 on Twitch and YouTube. Check me out. Thanks again.
Burgher_TV. That's where you'll find me.
Check these guys out. They are my two favorite streamers on Twitch, man. They're the best. Who needs Soda Poppin'? Who needs Cold Carnage? Who needs
That's right.
all these Asman Gold?
Who needs thousands of viewers? Who needs that?
Yeah. You'll have just as much of a great time in Burgher Stream and Rand Stream. Again, want to thank you so much here. Follow me at Mr. Shogi 3000. I think that's what my name is. Again, this game is called Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG. This is a game that's been created and developed by myself. My name is Scott, aka Shogi. We want to thank you so much. We'll see you in about a month and a half here. Until next time, take care and keep it safe on the waist, guys. Later.
Well done, Scott. Well done.